Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War stream. Of course, the big new thing today, this weekend, is the new faction of Illithia that was added to the game. It's all the way in the top right of the delves right over here. And yeah, we're going to be doing it for pretty much the entirety of the stream. That is the game plan. And we're not going to do all the way to 500 pure faction. We'll probably save that for tonight, but we'll get a good majority of it in all right now. We'll probably start doing skip method around 200 so that we can save some gems and then just start skipping all the way to the end. I think we'll buy initially 6 packs, 7 packs, we'll see. And then just kind of tear through that. As far as the troops, actually I didn't even unlock the thingy thing yet, so let me go and get in there. Also useless offer there. But let's go and unlock this. It is a blue-purple faction with +2 purple, +1 blue, -1 green, associated to Zoom. So if we go over to the troops unknowns, but here are the 4 troops. As you can see, all associated to Zoom. We already upgraded the kingdom, so we have a whole additional 50% on it. The legend is probably the only slightly noteworthy one, but probably will not really be used still, even despite that. And what it ends up doing is it steals magic from an enemy and shifts it into a random skill on all allies. So it'll be able to disable some magic while also potentially increasing your entire team's magic. It could also do armor, attack, any kind of stat. It's going to probably be way too random to consistently use in most situations. However, it does have some potential, at least within the delve context itself. And other than that, it does have 25% spell reduction and I give all monster allies 2 random to a skill every single time it does an extra turn. So it does have a little bit of monster synergy there, but overall, rather average. A lot of things from this kingdom is rather average, though really focused on magic stealing. This one ends up stealing magic from an enemy and then shifts it into both life and armor, making him the primary tank and definitely required in first slot. This thing deals damage to all enemies and then steals 2 magic from all survivors. There's already things that have this mechanic. Excuse me. There's already a couple things that have this mechanic within the game, and compared to them, it's pretty lackluster. However, in the context of this delve, it's actually not that bad. And we got Mind Eater, which deals damage to an enemy, and if they survive, steals 4 magic, which is pretty pointless, but is the rare after all. So, yeah, nothing really too outstanding. This might be used a little bit outside of the fact, but probably not. This will be pretty good within it, as well as this within it. However, outside of the context of the delve, not really going to be used. And Mind Eater is just pure useless. So this have pretty funny art. It's like a brain that eats brains or something. But anyways, let's go and unlock this place. Let's go through the little questline thingy, read through there, go get all of our drops with all of our shards, and go from there. But before I do, let's say hello to everyone. Let's see. Hello, Elite Gaming. Hello, Josh. Hello, Ruben. Hello, Sfroom. Hello, Bobs. Hello, John. Hello, Zeddicus. Yeah, Shroom, if you want to get into the guild, let me go double check if we still have a spot. Let's see. Do we still have a spot? Did someone from my guild recruit yet? No, we have not. So yeah, if you give me your code, we'll go get you in. Let me know. Hello, Ricardo. Hello, Sturdium Cat. Hello, Rick. Hello, Dortero. Hello, George. And hello, everyone else. And hello, Viteral. Welcome, everyone. But yeah, give me your invite code. Who was it again? My bad. Sfroom, and we'll go get you in. Just let me know. And hello, John. Other John. Hello, Sabri. Welcome, 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 everyone. So, let's get into some faction stuff. Let's go through a little bit of the starting quest line. Actually, I should probably wait till we get that code first, I guess. I don't know, what other thing do we have all going on this weekend? That's about it. Just a new faction, though, of course, that's a pretty big new thing to be having, that's for sure. Hello, James! But yeah, I'm not sure. This is a layout as far as what we have. I believe this is guaranteed treasure room, not 100%, but it is a treasure room right there. Layout's pretty straightforward. Just head right to the bottom if you're doing rush method. Otherwise, you basically do this battle, and then you have a directional of pretty much any direction you want, and you can kind of take the multipliers as you need. Let's see. I know I'm pretty sure I'm saying that correct. I mean incorrect. I mean it's SPH. It's SP Herm. Oh, okay, SP Herm. Yeah, I was kind of pronouncing out every single letter. Yeah, you can go pretty much any route. It is definitely very diverse. Like once you get to the, it kind of reminds me of it reminds me a lot of Hall of Guardians, where you kind of just get to the middle and then you can go any direction you want. It is very similar to Hall of Guardians in that regard, which is pretty nice. Anyways, let's go buy up our shop perk things. What weapon did we get here anyways? Steal magic from an enemy and shift it into a oh, that's actually not bad. Forbidden Tome? Hold up. Forbidden Tome's actually not useless. That's a pretty good combo. Hold up. Let's go waste all of our gems. Goodbye, gems. Goodbye. Okay, let's go get this weapon. And that's about where you should minimum go if you're not doing 500 pure faction. That's like going all the way. Let's see. We already had to spend some amount of gems to get here anyways. Might as well go all the way. Where is the book I just got? Well, let's just look up upgradable and that should bring it up. And then we should be good to go. Upgradable. Oh, I never upgraded this thing. What's this? Oh, that's the Dagger of McGrim Woods that we got this week, that useless weapon. We'll go upgrade it. Okay. Next thing. Let's go upgrade the, not the Mang. Let's go upgrade this book. What does it get for perks? This could have a lot of potential if they were actually good. No, they're all bad perks. Oh, you had so much potential, weapon. If at least 1 or 2 of these were really viable perks, it probably would have actually been meta. Unfortunately, these are 4 horrible perks. Eliminate 2 from a random skill from first enemy. Gain 4 souls. Steal 3 life from the first enemy and 5 scatter damage. Gosh, those are useless. Come on, you had so much potential. You could have been good. Well, I guess we'll still get it, but that's unfortunate. This weapon had a lot of potential to be good, and then nope. Because steal magic is something you don't normally have on hero. It's an interesting mechanic to have. And being able to get a nice attack and enrage out of it's pretty good as well. No board control or anything though, no good perks, so overall it's probably dead content. Those perks made it, that just killed it out. If those perks were actually halfway decent, it would have been fine, but it's nuts. Yeah, SB Herm, whenever you get the code, let me know so we can go get you in. Otherwise, let's start reading out the quest line. Oh, Gemhammer. You know what? Me dwarven nose is tingling. Why is that? We must be almost below me home, Drakzoom. Really? Hey, and that means we'd be below the ice rift where Glaceon was. Oh? We should explore. Who knows what monsters are here? Okay. Fights. Are you going to upgrade Dark to level 14 or just go with Horde level? Or Drak? I already got it to 15. So, both. We already got it to 15. We did that in advance because we knew that this would be Drakzoom for like a month or 2 now. So I already upgraded it way in advance. For these, we could just quick kill it with Explorer, so we'll go with this. Yeah, we did that a while ago. Hello, Willis. Welcome. Yeah, the weapon's not bad. The lack of board control is kind of off-putting on it, though. And it didn't get any good perks. All of its perks are horrible. Its actual ability is really good. But it got no good perks. One of the reasons Life and Death is so strong is its ability and perks are both insanely good. Whereas this thing just has a decent ability, but no good perks. Daemons! The strange little brain monsters. It was weird. Hey, 'twas weird indeed. Nearer smashed one of those before. No? And a big old palace to boot. I wonder what's inside. Me too. Only one way to find out. Let's go. After you. I have no way of doing her voice in a female. I can do kind of ish dwarf, kind of, not really. But there's no way I can make it female while also doing that. We should smash some more brain monsters. We should. Hey, they're brain monsters. They're obviously evil. Because? 'Cause I've ever met anything good with its brain on the outside. Ah. Come on. Let's get us smashing. We'll keep one-shotting these things. We'll take that dead. I'm not even sure if I'm set to armor, not like it even matters. We have enough damage output that they're just gonna go down with even without it. It won't matter at all. And there's our full mana. And dead. They do have some spell reduction though, but I think it's only the legend that had it. So that shouldn't be too big a deal. It's only gonna show up on the final battle anyways. Ooh, those were some big ol' ugly tentacle faces. They were. And now, we can, this place is called Illithia. Indeed. I wonder what other monsters are inside. Really? Oh, hey, more squishy brains. Tentacles, I hope. Oh, dear. Will ya look at that? They have, tentacly mages in ya. So they do. Ooh, I need to give them a squishin'. I bet you do. Hey, will they be evil too, you know? Because Nothing with tentacles is ever good. You know that, you gullet? I guess. There we go. Yeah, there's not too many good faction weapons. There's Jar of Eyes, there's Life and Death, and that's pretty much the full list. There's like a few exceptions here or there that are like okay, like the one that just came in today. But is there another like extremely meta one? I'm pretty sure those were the only two. Jar of Eyes from All Seeing Eye and Life and Death from Silver Necropolis, or Necropolis, however you say it. I always butcher names. Let's see, we'll take the blue over. Grab our purple. And there we go. Must squish all the things. Okay, someone will probably survive. I believe it has spell reduction. And I'm not sure if I'm even set to armor. Probably not. Sperm, or SP Herm, what was your invite code? And I can go send it to you. I don't think you posted it. Or if you did, it doesn't have any numbers in it, which some people's don't. But I was expecting to have numbers, because most people have it like at the end. But let me know what your invite code is, and I can go invite you. But I didn't need it to be able to do it. Ooh, they mentioned a hive mind. I don't know what that is, nor do I. I bet it's their king, or queen, or whatever. Possibly. Probably a tentacle brain beast with 100 eyes and 5 dongers. Dongers? Hey, dongers, those things at the back of your throat. Dongas, oh. Will you get a load of this thing? It's ugly. I agree. Also, brains, tentacles, and 1 eye. Evil for sure. Probably. And I bet it's controlling all those other ones, too. Yep. We squish it. And we can straw right on out. Let's squish. And the final little thingy. The hive mons. And we'll go one-shot this guy, too. Actually, it won't one-shot, but I'll easily get cleaned up. Oh, it's just your name? Oh, okay. Ah, you got one of the early names where you don't have all the stuff at the end. Which makes sense based on your level. But yeah, anyone who started an account within, like, the first 2 or 3 years doesn't have any of those, like, random numbers or letters at the end of their name. I believe it's impossible not to have it these days. That means your account's been around for a while, if you don't have it. But yeah, let me go get you in, then. I'll go send the invite as soon as we finish reading this. That was as satisfying as smacking a squirrel with a scimitar. Ew. Slaying some monsters with my friends. That's what makes a girl happy. Okay. But this is a big citadel. So I'm wondering, what exactly? If there's any more happiness to be found, eh? Let's find out. Well, it's time to go delving. Well, actually, let me go invite the last person to our guild. Get our 30-30 back in. Go get SP Herm back in. Or in, I should say, not back in. Let's see. Recruit, invite, and... Oh, why am I not typing? Oh, I'm doing the wrong keyboard. Fail. Wrong keyboard. The struggle of using 3 different keyboards. There we go. It exists. Invite. Recruit. There we go. Welcome to the guild. There we go. You have been invited. Welcome. Alright, there we go. Okay, next order of business. Let me know if you can get in. But next order of business. Let's go and I guess we'll do the 1 delay for the delve thing. Get it on level 20, why not? Boom. Okay, let's go do some delving now. Let's go head over to games, head over to the delve section, buy the rest of our packs, and start quick killing everything. Initially, we actually do have access to our Wayne team, so we'll probably be starting with that until it doesn't work. Let's see, how many tier 7s should we go for? Has anyone gone all the way yet? Curious how many I should go for if I go for 200 skip. I believe we go for 4, or 5, or 6. I think 6, actually. We'll go for 6. I think we'll go for 6 this time around. Let's see if that gets us there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that brings us to what? 5 brings us to 2,110. So it costs us 2,310 gems if we were to go one more. How many sigils do we currently have? 30? There's a lot of Owl Ravens we'd still have to find. Though we do get 3 for the other day and 3 for the other day. So if we were going to do it later, like tomorrow instead, to save a little bit of gems, would that be enough? We'd have to still find 8 Val Ravens. That's a lot. I might go one further then. Because we're at 2,110 right now. We'll go for 2,310. But it's going to bring us under 20,000. Ooh, it hurts. We'll be right back up, though, by the end of the weekend. There we go. Plus, I think you get some gems from the rewards, don't you? No, you get a bunch of other stuff. No actual gems, though. Bunch of orbs and stuff. But anyways, let's go get this done. So this costs us 2,310. Yeah, only 3 is enough to get there by Sunday. I normally like getting it done by first day or second day, though. Anyways, let's start getting into it. Actually, no. I need to do one other thing first. I still haven't bought in the troops. Plus, we need to go upgrade the Horde level. So let me go do that. So we gotta do this until we get them all, which normally takes about 8,000 of these things. We'll check once we get down to 15,000. We should be there. And hopefully have them all maxed. So we don't need to use orbs or anything. How many tier 7s did we buy? We went for 6, which cost 2,310 gems. I'm doing up to 200 with no skip. And then we're going to start skipping probably around 200. That's the game plan. Nice, Sacred Treasure. Want to be seeing as many Sacred Treasure and Genie Lamps as we can. Why doesn't Forest Guardian's ability Barrier Warden class? It should. Warden is Beast. It should. Warden does count as a beast. And it barriers all beasts. But yeah, it should be. I'm not sure why it's not. Any of the new troops any good? Not really. The Legend's okay. But for the most part, they're rather lackluster. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I went for 6 as well. The Pure Faction will not be the easiest. It does have a good tank. However, everything else is not going to be that good in a Pure Faction context. Well, maybe the AoE could be. You kind of need extra potion effects to get that damage out of it. Okay, let's go check to see if we have all the upgrades. I think we're still a little short. Like I mentioned, I think we need to go down to 15,000, but we'll still check. Where's upgradable? Where's the upgradable section? I hate that they moved it several patches ago. Where's the legendary? Why is it not showing up here? Yeah, we still need one more copy of the Legends. And the rare is still far off. We need 90 copies of it. 91, actually. Yeah, you need 91 copies. We gotta still keep going. Actually, we still need a lot of them, then. That means we're only halfway there. We'll check again once we hit, like 14,000, then. Yeah, we're missing a lot of commons. It's gonna be the last one we probably get upgraded, then. And we still need that one legend, which can sometimes be elusive, too. I know we went like thousands upon thousands before without getting the legend. Okay, there's a legend. Now we just need a bunch of the common. It's the main thing holding us back. Also, why is there still no open 50 option? Every key in the entire game has a 50 option. But for whatever reason, portals only have a 1 in 10. I have no clue why they don't have a 50. Doesn't make any sense. Literally every key in the entire game has a 50 option, but portals. Despite the fact that you normally need to open them in 50s like right now. Whenever a new faction comes out. I got a lot of commons there. That was almost every drop was common. I mean, rare, I mean. We'll check again at 14,000. So as soon as we do another 200, we'll check. And there should hopefully be enough copies of it. Hey, another Sacred Treasure and Genie Lamp. Nice. Okay, where's our troops? Go to troops and go to... what am I looking for? I'm looking for upgradable. And, oh gosh, we got way more than enough. Actually overkilled it a little bit there. There we go. Okay, we're good to go. Let's go max out these things. Full send. Full levelage. Oh, we'll do the last 2 with orbs. We save 800 and 1,000. We'll save 1,800 thingies. We'll do that. And then we'll double green. There we go, a little bit of soul saving. Okay, so that guy's good to go. Next, let's go max this one. Get all these done with. So it'll be good to go for whenever Pure Faction gets around. And also because this gives a bunch of Drock Zoom upgrade. I believe Drock Zoom is finally getting that extra stat. I don't believe it's been 10 star yet, has it? Definitely is now, if it wasn't already. But yeah, Drock Zoom wasn't already 10 star, right? I don't think it was. It definitely will be after this, that's for sure. After getting 4 more troops. If it isn't, that's pretty insane. But I'm pretty sure it's over 10 star now. Which means we get 1 whole extra stat, which I believe was attack? It was either attack or armor. And that will be a permanent bonus that we now have. I got 1 more to go. Yeah, it goes to 12 star, which means it wasn't 10 star prior. That means it was at like 8 or 9 star prior to this event. Actually, we can look at the mini-map. Duh. It was, oh no, you can't, never mind, because it shows a star over top. Fail. But I'm pretty sure it was like 8 or 9 star. Yeah, 9 star, that makes sense. And now it's 12. There we go. And now we get a permanent bonus. But yeah, from that we end up getting a permanent +1 attack, which is pretty nice. And already got to level 15 as you can see, so we have an additional attack on top of that. Plus we have our full extra horde level to get that even more buff than it already is. And yeah, not possible. We need another Drock Zoom troop to go any further. So that's as far as it can go, is 12 currently. Also, I don't have any Drock Zoom pets to level 20. There's quite literally only 1. Wait, does the new pet this week count as Drock Zoom? Hold up. We might have a second. Well, technically we'll get one from the Delve too, obviously. So yeah, never mind. We'll have that one as well. But what kingdom was the campaign pet from that we're getting? Why do I feel like it's Blade of Lands? No, it's Urskea. Why is it in Urskea? That is such a weird location. Well, I guess because the mythic is in Urskea, and it's based on the mythic. Still seems like a weird place for it. That's weird. Yeah, it's an Urskea thing. But yeah, we get a maxed out pet today. Or not today, but once we finish out this Pure Faction, which is currently at 0. Anyways, let's go treasure up this place. And then we'll go head over to, actually go do in the faction. A lot of setup. Should you craft Hope's Crescent, you don't have too many jewels. It's not the greatest of weapons to go for. I'd probably skip on it. Like, it's a useful weapon for the week. But if you're really low on resources, it's probably not worth going out of your way for. The Doomed Glaive, yes. But Hope's Crescent, I feel like I never use Hope's Crescent personally. It feels a really weird range that I personally don't feel like is ever worth doing. Very rarely it is. Like during this weekly event and stuff, but it's not too big a deal. You can do it with other stuff. Yes, they do have immune to poison. Both of them have immune to poison. Both the new Epic Troop for Urskea, as well as the Mythic for Urskea. The Epic Troop has it based on the Undead one, and the other one has it based on Impervious. Which means, starting in a couple weeks, you will no longer viably be able to run Scorpius in Urskea anymore. Also, I have no clue what horde level I want to go for right now. Given that this is a slightly harder one, we'll probably go to 150. I'm considering going all the way to 200. We have the gold to be able to do so. We've been farming a lot more gold lately. Not sure if I want to, though. Let's see. Why do you do tower rarity or lower rarity treasure first? Shouldn't you do sacred treasure then down? No, you should always do highest and then lowest. And the reason for this is it costs more the further you go. So you want to throw all your small ones first while it is super cheap. Like right now it's only costing us 71,000 to throw this in, which is still a little pricey, but once we get even further, it's going to be even more pricier than that. But the further you go, the pricier it gets every single time to put in your smaller treasure. So you always want to do your smaller ones first. Let's see. Go to 155, read Y above. Wait, what did you mention? Read the horde level thing above. By the way, level 144 gives you an extra magic, but if you go to level 155 and raise Drock Zoom to level 14, which we already done, you get 2 extra magic rather than 1. Oh, yeah, I guess we could do 155. That's a good stopping point then. We'll throw down on that. That seems like it would work. Unless we want to go all the way to 200 just for the sake of it. Not sure if I want to or not. Oh, 155 should be fine given that we have 50% on it. We should probably start shifting into crown soon. Yeah, we'll start shifting to crown now if we're only going to 155. Probably would have done it a little bit later if we're going deeper than that. I don't really like waiting to over 100 before we start crowning. We'll go a little earlier. It seems like we keep getting 5 levels every single time perfectly on the dot there. Obviously this guy stops soon because they're going to start getting more expensive. Oh, nope, still at 5 exactly. Nice. Though now it's finally not going to be 5. Or actually, no, it might still be because of the number that it is. Nope, 4. There we go, finally not a 5. Okay, let's do that and then go into Genie Lamp. And then Genie Lamp, I believe 4 times will do it. We might not even need to touch Sacred Treasure. Why don't I use Sacred Treasure? Because I save it for kingdoms that we're going to go really high on. I normally save it for 150 plus. So we're about to throw them down soon. How many levels are we gaining here? Might as well Sacred Treasure into this right now, actually. If we're aiming for 155. There we go, that's 155. Let me just check the quality. I mean, not quality, I mean the level. So for a 155, you would get, yeah, you do get a whole 2 magic boost. Why is that? I guess because of how it rounds? I never noticed that. The difference between 154 and 155 is a 2 magic difference. That is so weird. I guess because of how it rounds? That is strange. But yeah, how it rounds, it just decides to give you 2 rather than 1. That's really interesting. Nice. Okay, well, let's go get it. There's 155 on the dot. Boom. Alright, there we go. And that is a, not max toward, but what we'll be going with for the event. There we go. Nice. Okay, so that's that. Let's go check our mail, which is just a bunch of shards. For whatever reason, they don't put it on the same task. Also, thank you, SP Herm, for the task. We got ourselves a truffle, which unfortunately is useless, but hey, it's a great troop. Or, you know, having more copies of him is useless. At least I know everyone in my guild has truffle now. Well, they should hopefully already have that. That's a must-have kind of thing. Anyways. Let's go and, oh yeah, we weren't even set to armor when we were doing that earlier. Well, let's go set to armor, because we're about to go use Verwain for a quick kill. Okay, so we're all set up to go do faction now, after all that. So let's go do it. Let's go head over to the, actually, you know what? Let's go kill through these real quick. Claim these for their little free loot. Might as well. Also, we get to practice the Delve team out without potion effect. So, let's just get standard Rowan. It's all usable here. Rowan, Mirage Queen, Leprechaun, any weapon in the entire game. And we should be good to go. Did I spell mountain wrong? There we go. Finger slipped. Okay, and let's just run with, we don't need a level hero classes anymore. So we can just run with, like, Titan or something. Actually, what do we need? Greenstorm? Let's run with, Warden. Already set to Warden. There we go, perfect. Let's go to, where's the +2 blue-green? There it is. Okay, so now we have +2 blue, +2 green, because the Leprechaun's +1. Okay, we're all good to go. Let's go destroy through everything. How good is the team for level 200 plus for if the Delve? Essence of Evils, Sycorax 2 times, and Queen Beatrix. Why 2 times Sycorax? Wouldn't you want 1 Sycorax and do it into 2 Beatrix? or 2 truffle or something. My game plan is likely Rowain the earlier battles and truffle the later battles. That is likely my game plan. I don't think I'm going to bother with ssaszix personally. Oh, you do have access to every single room from the very first room. Oh, that's really cool how that looks. I thought you would have to do this room and then it branches into every room. But no, after the very first room, you can branch into every room in the game. Or in the delve. Which means you can just go for the tier 2. Which, apparently both of these could be treasure room. Top left and top right. I wonder if they're guaranteed treasure room. I don't think top left was guaranteed treasure room because our other one wasn't guaranteed, was it? I don't think it was. No, that wasn't a treasure room. So, top right might be a guaranteed treasure room, and top left is just a tier 2 room that can have treasure rooms. I guess is the way it is. But yeah, you could just do, this and then head right to the final boss. I believe you can. Let's go check. Hiking Iron Gut Throw. Oh yeah, you can run Hiking Iron Gut Throw here, can't you? That'd be pretty useful once Truffle stops working. Truffle stops working at about 350 or so. Or not that it stops working, but it becomes substantially slower. Yeah, you can literally just do a tier 2 room and go straight to the final boss if you want to. That's not what we're going to go do, because I'm claiming the loot right now. But you can. You can just take a tier 2. You can do the first battle, take a tier 2, and head right to the boss. So this is a pretty easy delve, because you have a really wide range of options to use. 2 of which are tier 2s, which you would normally go for. So it's a really short, easy delve in that regard, at least. The only annoying part's going to be the actual final purification room. But overall, it's going to be a really good rush method delve, since it'll go even quicker than normal. Gonna be a little bit annoying to do optimal multiplier order, though. How good is the newest mythic? Can't remember her name. I'm trying to figure out which one you were even referring to. Trying to think of who you're trying to refer to. I don't think she was relevant. Do you mean Mistralis? Let's see, Merlantis specifically. I'm not sure which one you're referring to. But Mistralis wasn't bad. She's one of only 2 extra turn mythics. She works really good with ssaszix. Yeah, she's decent. Definitely decent. I just don't normally use her just because of, she's kind of clunky to use with her high mana cost. For what she does. You would need a really big mana generator to make it work, like ssaszix or something. There's other ones that would too, but I feel like the ssaszix team was the only one I really liked her in. But yeah, she's a good mythic to have if she's one of your only few mythics. Like, she's not a bad one. Just not one of the absolute best ones. Her biggest benefit is being one of only 2 mythics with extra turn automatically on ability, which is pretty powerful. Iron Guts being the other one. I was like, hello, Demead. Welcome. Hello, Matus. I don't think I said hello to you earlier. How do you get a lot of glory points quickly? The easiest way is to do it during vault events. We just had one recently, so it's going to be a while till we get one again. But grinding during vault events to farm a bunch of gnomes is the absolute quickest rate of glory. So much so that during a single weekend of a vault event, you can probably get more glory than the entirety of the time that isn't the vault event. So the 4 weeks leading up to a vault event, you would probably get less glory than during a single vault event. That is how much. That's how high the glory rate is during a vault event. But the best way to just try to get a little bit more is do PvP. Just spam PvP a bunch. Particularly if there's a +5 glory trip on a given week, which I don't believe was this week. I think we had 2 times traits done this week. But on any week that's a +5 glory week, you just plop that troop onto your team, quick kill PvP, and you get like 7 to 10 glory per battle. And then that just adds up over the course of an hour. But the absolute best way is to wait till a gnome event and then just farm that gnome event like crazy. Though unfortunately we just had one the other week, so it's going to be a while. So we have another one this again. It's about once every month. So it could still be a while. Also, all this preparation, and we might not even be able to get into the delve until like an hour into the stream. Theoretically, we're in the delve now, but we're not actually doing like the actual event yet. Because the reason why I do these battles right now like I am, is you can only claim the 2 times for these rooms once ever. So it's better to do these before you go doing the actual delve. Because if you do these first... oh, neither of these are guaranteed treasure room. They're both tier 2 rooms that can be tier 2 treasure rooms. Weird. That's rather weird. So this place has 0 guaranteed treasure rooms then. However, that's a treasure room right there. So apparently, every one of these might have a chance to be a treasure room. However, none of them are guaranteed treasure room. They're just a certain rarity with a chance of being that rarity's treasure room, apparently. That's pretty unfortunate. But yeah, 0 guaranteed treasure rooms. However, so far we've gotten at least 1 each time, but none are guaranteed. Yeah, we really need a mass open for Chaos Shards. I'm surprised they haven't done it. And yeah, White Helm is the best kingdom to set as your home kingdom for glory. Doesn't make too big of a glory difference though, but it does add up over time. Having it set as your home kingdom can end up being anywhere from about, I'd say about 100 extra glory per day. It's not a lot, but if you're already taking tribute anyways, it adds up over time. Definitely not the best way of getting more glory, but it does help some. It's definitely the strongest home kingdom in the game. It might be a guaranteed chance for a random treasure room. I don't think any delve is set up that way, and I highly doubt they would bother coding something like that. Yes, we've maxed out every delve in the entire game. That is correct. Except for this one, because obviously we haven't done it yet. But obviously we will be. That's our goal this weekend, is to get it max. Probably by either tonight or Saturday night. Probably Saturday night. Depends on how our sigils run. Because I don't want to waste another 200 just to get it done today if we just wait till tomorrow. But yes, we have every delve except for this one max to 2,500. I'm not sure how many people have done it. I think it's a couple hundred people have fully maxed out every delve. I know it's a rather small number. And that is small relative to the fact that the player base is like over 100,000. It's pretty expensive to do so, though. You can do it with pure luck off of some of them, or by upgrading their treasure hoards a lot. However, it is very frustrating and annoying to deal with. I only did it for 2 of them. I'm pretty sure a lot of people go for more than that, or try to aim for them for free, but I only did 2 of them for free. What were the 2? It was White Helm, not White Helm. It was Half Guardians and Crypt. Crypt being the first one that we actually ever did. But those were the 2 that we did for no potions, and still getting 500 done completed on it. Actually, it didn't. Potions didn't even exist when we got it done on Crypt, though they did exist when we got it done on Hall of Guardians. I just chose not to use it for it because it's one of the hardest ones to do, so I wanted to at least do one of the really hard ones without potions. There we go. Okay, next order of business. Let's go head over to the faction. The actual real faction. Not as just messing around with the other thing. Oh, that reminds me, I need to go copy paste that team that I was just using, don't I? Because I don't currently have it on my copy paste. Edit, copy. And let's go put this over in the other thing. Okay, now we can actually start delving. 45 minutes in. We're pretty much 45 minutes in. Let's see, how far in are we? We are, oh no, 38 minutes in. I forgot we started a little bit later. How do you max a delve in a weekend, one weekend, if you're limited by sigils? You can get more sigils during a event. Whenever there is a Tuesday event or a weekend-long event. Weekend-long events only happen for new factions, unless they change that eventually. But Tuesday events are day-long. The new faction ones that start on Friday go for 3 days, like this one from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But the way that you do it is by getting more sigils. As you go through this gem thing here, if you throw gems at it, you get more sigils. And this ends up giving you more battles that you can do to get it done within a single weekend. It can also be done on Tuesday in a single day. However, it's a lot more annoying to do it on a Tuesday. I've done it a couple times, but you're restricted to only 1 day, whereas this you have 3 days. Plus, you get 6 whole additional sigils compared to doing it on a Tuesday, which makes it even cheaper. Anyways, back to what we were doing. The same team from before to just quick kill this. Rowan should last till at least 100 until we need to change it out. And then we'll need to figure out what we want to go from there. I think we're going to switch to Truffle at that point and then go to Truffle to about 300. Then we'll probably Iron Gut. So the game plan's probably Rowan to 100, Iron Gut to... do I even bother with Optimal multiplier? This place is going to be super annoying to do Optimal for, just because every single room can be accessed immediately. So you have to scout every room almost to actually know for sure. It's going to be super annoying. I'm going to try for optimal initially, but I'm eventually going to probably stop. It's because it's going to be way too annoying to keep doing over and over again. How many hours do I play Gems of War for every day? On average, probably about 1 to 5 hours. With the average being closer to like 2 or 3. It's definitely been higher in the past. That's about how much we play currently. Overall, probably about 30 hours a week, I would say. 20 to 30, somewhere around there. And that's normally not counting time for recording content and stuff. Alright, so we'll take these 1.2s, then we'll take the middle 1.2, then we'll take the 2 side rooms. I don't want that one yet. Honestly, I should probably just ignore multiplier order. It might get a little bit too annoying having to do it every single time. For how little benefit it gives. Oh, it is a benefit nonetheless. I almost feel like using phylactery just so we get extra souls. It is very tempting. Alright, so we'll take this one, take top left, take top right, be good to go. Yes, you do have access to Tesla. You can literally just run Tesla the whole time. Nice. You're rank 87 on Xbox with 400 or 405,000 points. I wonder how far people on PC are right now. Yeah, you need almost 1 million to even make it on leaderboard right now on PC Mobile. PC Mobile always has the hardest leaderboards of any platform. It's mostly because it has the highest player base of any platform. Since PC and mobile are cross-platform, and even if they weren't mobile, it would still be the highest player base one. PC would be, I think, the second highest. Third is one of the 2 consoles, either Xbox One or PS4. And Switch has the smallest one because it was the latest one that ever was developed, plus it's outdated. But yeah, 4 million is the highest right now on PC Mobile, and you almost need 1 million just to make it on leaderboard. However, by the end of it, it's going to be like closer to 2 million probably, by the time we get to the end of it. By the end of it, I mean like Sunday. You got one that looks like a dog that changed the whole school to the whole board to Doom Skulls. Is it good? Oh, that was a pretty recent one. Yes. I assume the dog mythic that you're referring to is Lord of Slaughter. And yes, Lord of Slaughter is insanely good. It's actually one of the top 5-10 troops in the game. Probably top 10. There's one, actually, I believe it was the most recent mythic. I personally don't care for its playstyle as much, however, it is one of the best troops in the game. Has a really good skull spam. And its perks are also really good, all of its traits. But yeah, he was the most recent mythic that was added to the game. Really good. Is, I believe, the best mythic we got in all year, actually. What's a good speed team for factions, later delves? 2 times Tesla with mana accumulation, like Thrall. And Leprechaun and stuff like that. The other one is doing an Iron Gut team. And the other one is Truffle. Any of those 3 would end up being pretty good. Hey, pure shards. That's exactly what we want to see. Shards is pretty much the only resource I actually need from these things. Every other resource we don't really need, for the most part. So whenever we see pure shards is ideal. It's the only unique drop that we kind of still need from delves. Let's see, is there a guarantee always a treasure room? Nope. Yeah, I didn't think they'd make it so it'd be a guarantee one. So it looks like all these rooms could potentially be a treasure room. However, it's completely luck-based if they are or aren't. But yeah, there's no guaranteed treasure room in this entire place. It's all luck-based if you get them or not. Oh, thank you, Zeddicus. Greatly appreciated for the $25 donation. And he said, happy 5.0. I still have not fixed that yet. I really need to. I've been meaning to change them over, which is why I haven't. I've been meaning to switch it over completely to that other program And because I haven't been able to get to a bank, I haven't switched it out. Just because I'm still paranoid about going out. Been doing it as minimally as possible. But I do need to situate that. But I would need to go to my bank to have the donation location also changed and everything. But that'll be a work in progress eventually. Soon, TM. But thank you for that. It's greatly appreciated. Helps out a lot. And I do basically get 100% of donations from that donation link, so it is greatly appreciated. Let's see. Why am I still trying to do optimal order? I might just stop. We're already 2 delves in and it's so annoying. Just because you have the option of every single room. Which makes it super annoying to figure out what on earth optimal actually is. Since you have quite literally every option that you need to check as an option. Especially ever since they made tier 3s able to go up to 1.3. Which makes them randomly able to be better than some of the other ones. Plus they added a 1.4 to tier 4. Which makes it so it could sometimes be higher than a tier 5. It's really annoying. We'll probably just ignore optimal order. Because the amount of points we have does not matter, technically. It's helping us for a few things, but for actually getting the event done, it's not going to matter. Because we'll have way more than enough sigils to get it done. How do you know when to do the next optimally? You do multiplayer order, generally speaking. There's a few exceptions to that, like Cedric rooms. But for the most part, you do it from highest multiplier to the lowest multiplier. With the main exceptions being treasure rooms. Which you tend to do last. Except for Cedric treasure room, which you always do first. Yeah, take out this room, and then we have the final one. And the reason you want to take the higher multipliers first is the multipliers you get applied to every single battle. So if you're taking like a 1.5 times as your first room from that middle room, it applies that multiplier to every single room that you do. Whereas if you wait all the way till, like, let's say the final battle to take the 1.5 times, it would only work for that battle and then the boss battle. It would not work on every other subsequent battle that you had. So it's always best to take the biggest multipliers first and then work to the smaller ones. The reason why Cedric treasure room you do first is because it has, even though its multiplier is lower, it has a gold gain that lasts for the rest of the delve that overall increases the amount of gold that you would have gained. So you generally, for this delve, what you want to do is check the 2 rooms to see if either of them are Cedric. Then you check tier 5, and if it's 1.4 or higher, you would take it. So if it's 1.5 or 1.4, you would take it without even checking the other ones. Then you check the tier 4s to see if they're 1.4 times. Then you check the tier 3s to see if they're 1.3 times. And then you pretty much know the order from there. Because the max that a 2 can be is 1.2 times. And the lowest that a 3 can be is 1.15. So I guess theoretically you might need to scout some there, but generally you would want to check the 5 to see if it's 1.4 times or higher. And if it is, you automatically take it. Check the 4s to see if they're 1.4s. And if they are, you take it. Check the 3s to see if they're 1.3. And you take it. And then from there, it almost doesn't even matter what the order are because of how small the multiplier difference would be by that point. So we can see both of these are 1.2s. So if either of these are 1.3, we want to go for them. And neither of them... Oh, there we go. And that's why you check the 3s. So this 3 is a 1.3, so we want to take this first. And then we can pretty much do the rest of them in any order. Visibly, the rest are all 1.2s. And also, if we know that every single room other than the 2s are 1.2s, for example, we can see right here we have a 1.2, 1.2, and 1.2. We actually don't have to scout either of the greens, because currently, at this moment in time, the highest a tier 2 room can be is 1.2. It's only either 1.15 or 1.2. So we already know that these are either lower or exact. As you can see, it's 1.15 and 1.2. So we technically didn't need to even click on those because we know for sure that these 3 would be equal to or higher than the 2 tier 2 rooms. So there's some strategy with it if you kind of know like what all the rooms already are, so you don't have to scout out every single one. It's a lot of work to do optimal order, though. Optimal order only gives you about 10 to 15% more loot and points. It's not that huge of a difference. Also, the chest at the end is always the same regardless of what order you do. Only the loot that you get along the way is increased, as well as the point total, which is not much of a difference, but it adds up. Yes, Leprechaun treasure room you should always save for last. All treasure rooms you should save for last other than Leprechaun. But especially, other than Cedric, I mean. But Leprechaun, you definitely need to make sure to always save for last. And the reason for this is it's pure gold. It gives 2,000 gold. And all your multipliers will go against that gold. So if you're at something like a 3.5 times multiplier, you just got yourself 7,000 gold from that battle, which is insanely high for a single battle. Especially since the battle will die in one shot at this level range. That's not even counting any Cedric bonuses you would have. However, the Cedric bonuses do not apply to the static gold. Like if it says that you're getting 500 gold for the battle, or let's say 1,000 or anything like that, the Cedric bonus does not actually apply to it, similar to how it doesn't apply to PvP. It only applies to the other value. The value all the way over here gets affected by Cedric. This value right here does not get affected by Cedric or any other gold bonus that you have. How do you feel about the campaign add-on and Gems of War asking for more money from players? I'm not a huge fan of the paywall that they added. I wish it wouldn't have been as paywall-y. Like, the actual concept, I don't mind if they would have done, like, a battle pass system. It is overly paywalled, some of the content within it. Because the ways of which you obtain the content is not only extremely delayed, but is also rather annoying to get. Like the one in Vault Key Drop Table, as well as the what's the other one? The Mythic, which will cost 4,000 diamonds. And they're not doing it as an exclusive week Mythic either, which means you won't be able to really key for it as easily as you normally would be able to a Mythic. Because obviously, as you guys know, I just key for every single Mythic we ever get. I haven't spent diamonds or gems on a Mythic for like ages now. But you can't do that with this pass Mythic. You either have to buy it within the pass and get the entirety of the campaign done, or you got to craft it for 4,000 diamonds. And obviously, I have like infinite diamonds, so me crafting it for 4,000 diamonds isn't too big a deal. But for the average player, 4,000 diamonds is extremely hard to go out of your way to have to craft something like every several months or few months. On top of the fact that we still get a Mythic every month on top of that. Obviously, that wouldn't affect me that much, but I'm still buying the pass just so we can cover it immediately. Because even if you're not buying the pass and you're just getting it by normal means, you're going to be delayed by like 3 weeks on getting it. But yeah, the battle pass system comes out to about $50 per year if you're buying just a basic pass, which can definitely add up over time. Yeah, on some versions of the game, it is more expensive. I never did check Android version to see if it was cheaper. I'm pretty sure it wasn't. If anything, it probably was more expensive. But I never did check it to see if it was a little bit cheaper. Because I pay through PayPal regardless of which way I'm doing it through. So I may as well just do it through mobile if it was cheaper. Oh no, is anyone on Android? How much was it on Android to buy the pass? I'm pretty sure it's $10. So depending on localization or something, maybe it was higher or lower. Definitely should have checked. Though saving $1 isn't too big a deal, but hey, $1 every 3 months, they add up. Let's see. We'll throw this one down. Hello, Drac Savage. Welcome. Steam is always cheapest. That's not true. There was one pass on mobile for a while that was like broken cheap. It was $5 for like $30 worth of points. That was the only exception to the rule, though. Also, I always keep thinking this is a treasure room. It's actually not a treasure room. This one room, even though it has a bunch of gold gaining troops, and it kind of seems like it would be, because it's quite literally pirates. This is not actually a treasure room. You would think it would be, but it's not. But yeah, it's just a standard room. You can normally identify a treasure room by if it has a 800 base gold or higher. There's only one treasure room in the game that isn't, and it's like a, what is it, a 10, 20, 30 glory room, whatever it was. I think it was a 30 glory room. But except for that one exception, every treasure room in the game has at least 800 gold, which is the easiest way you can tell if it's a treasure room. And this is also the highest gold you can get in any single room. It is Leprechaun. This was the room I was talking about earlier with the 1.5 times multiplier, where it said we'd get about 7,000 gold for the battle. As you're about to see, that's about how much we're going to get. Actually, probably a little bit higher, plus the other little bit of gold. In total, I think it comes out to about 8,000. Could be even higher if we had like Cedric in play. But should be about 8,000. So yeah, 7,200 and then 569. So yeah, pretty much 8,000 as I mentioned. For one single battle that dies immediately. Pretty good. I'm seeing 0 guaranteed treasure rooms. I am seeing 0 guaranteed treasure rooms. There's multiple that could be a chance to be in treasure room. But I've had a delve already that had 0 treasure rooms. It was the one that we just did prior to this one. Had 0 total treasure rooms. This one had 1. Oh, I got pot of gold again. Pot of gold seems really likely there. Hey, we got Cedric as well. Nice. Let's see, how many treasure rooms did we get? We got 2 this time, it looks like, unless this one's 1. Nope. 2 treasure rooms. Nice. Let's go through that Cedric then. Get our gold bonus for the rest of the delve. Yeah, a lot of things within the game are quite overly priced. However, a lot of them also aren't as required, though. Okay, so let's take Cedric first. And the reason for this is it gives us a gold bonus for every single room. This gold bonus only applies to this number, though, right here. It does not apply to the actual base gold value. And you'll notice that once we get to the Leprechaun room, because you'll notice we'll still get about 7,000 gold from it or so. However, the thing that Cedric room ends up affecting is specifically this value here. You saw before we had 100 there. Now it is 500. And that applies for the rest of the delve. That's why you always take Cedric room first. Because you get a lot of extra gold. Even without casting a Leprechaun here, just from that 30, you'll see that we'll get a really high amount of value all the way to the left. So you can see we get our 594 all the way over there. But that bonus does not apply to this one over here. That extra gold bonus. And it'll be really noticeable once we reach the Leprechaun that it does not apply to it. Which, of course, we save for last. As you do with every treasure room except for Cedric. Okay, I'll throw that down, dead. Also, we're almost to the point where Rolling will stop one-shotting, but luckily she's still going strong. 1.25, 1.25, doesn't matter which one we go for though. We'll take the both, take the one all the way to left, then we'll take the gnome. And you'll notice the gnome will give us around 7,000 something still, because the Cedric bonus only applies to the other base gold that we're having, which we keep getting almost 0 on because I keep not casting Leprechaun, which almost makes him go to waste, but it still gives a little bit extra gold there, if nothing else. Getting that revive on us. We're gonna just have to cast again just to kill it out. At least we get a lot more gold, so you'll notice a lot more gold this time compared to before. Might as well get max gold, or at least a lot more. I might as well get max gold just so we can show it off. This is how much gold you can really end up getting from it if you wanted to every single battle. So that's max gold off of that. And now you'll see how much higher this bigger number is. Boom! 1,793. And also we get the 1,080 there. But it doesn't apply the bonus to that, only to the other number. Let's see, we'll throw that down. I tend to be the kind of person that doesn't tend to ever buy unnecessary things. I tend to buy things based on its functionality. And that is about it. So used to doing thrift shops and everything like that. And getting things for like literal dollars. For like 99% less than what it would retail for, like 50% less. Whatever it would normally come down to. As you can see here, we still got the normal amount of value of 7,900. The Cedric bonus only applies to this. It does not actually apply to the loot that you get as a result of directly from the battle. This number is only affected by multiplier. As you can tell by our 3.95 multipliers we went into that room, which resulted in that gold being almost 8,000. But Cedric had no effect on that. It only affects the gold that we get from this little value over here. And that is it. No other value is affected by all that extra gold bonus he has. But that still helps out a lot. Nonetheless. There we go. Yeah, as you can see, over the course of these battles, Cedric helps giving you quite a bit more gold all the way to the left there. Which is one of the reasons why you want to take him first. There we go. Oh, sorry, Higuri. What was your comment? You saw Cedric as Mythic coming after 3 to 4 months, according to Terran's World? Is it? I wouldn't be surprised if it became a Mythic. However, that'd be a little bit weird. I think it would be one of the first few times a troop has ever rarity changed. I think there was like 1 or 2 other times. But, his ability isn't really that mythic-like, though. If they make him a mythic, I hope they at least revamp his ability. Because his ability is very underwhelming for a mythic. If it wasn't made into a mythic. It'd actually be one of the worst mythic abilities in the entire game if it was made into a mythic. Its final trait would still be just as insane as always. But its ability would still be pretty bad. Unless they revamp it. Does Red Zugoff count as a rarity change? I count it as a rarity change, yes. So theoretically, we did get a rarity change, and that Zugoff is now, I'm not sure what you would really call the red rarity. I guess the boss rarity or Doom rarity. They made all the bosses now have a red barrier on them. So you could theoretically consider that a rarity change. I still hope we get more bosses in the future. There's a lot of premises that they could do for it. I feel like the next one would come from really high renown. They made mention a long while back that eventually for a very high renown they would have some kind of unique drop. And one single boss troop would make a lot of sense as that one unique drop. No, Dragon Soul has always been legendary. Dragon Soul has always been legendary. One troop I know for sure that has changed rarity is Warwolf. Not Warwolf. What's his name? Warhound. Warhound used to be a common that used 2 colors. Obviously, this is something that doesn't exist. All commons only use 1 color. But he was one of the first 3 troops that you would get at the beginning of the game when the game first started. I don't think you still get him anymore. But because of that, he was considered a common when they end up doing him rarity-wise. However, he was a common that had 2 colors, so they eventually made him into a rare. I think that was one of the only... Actually, that might have been literally the only actual rarity change. If you don't count the Zugoff thing. I don't think there was any other one. But yeah, Warhound was changed from common to rare. Because it was at one point the only common in the entire game that used 2 colors. Which is not something that commons do. Even the newer commons don't end up doing that. Like the legendary and the common ones that are basically like mythics. Or like legends, you know, like the guardian ones. That cost like so much resource to actually upgrade their traits. But yeah, Terran's World going down in 2 days. If you need any files from there, make sure to go get them all. Because, yeah, it's going down soon. I'm gonna miss that website. Hopefully we get another third-party resource soon for it. Well, I don't make a lot of money, but I also am exceedingly frugal. Like, exceedingly frugal. Like, probably to an over-excessive degree. Let's see, we'll throw that down. An Inferno Invasion, what's the best way to get max score? Take the highest rarity room every single time. The level of the room doesn't matter, only the rarity of the room matters. So take the light blue mythic rooms that say Amnesia as your main priority. Then take the legendary orange rooms as second priority. Then the purple epic rooms as third priority. And then those like darker blue ones you basically save for last every single time. You try avoiding ever having to do them. And if you do it in that order, you'll get the max amount of points. Relative to the sigils that you use. Doesn't make that big of a point difference, but it would make a little bit of a point difference towards the end once you start running out of sigils. Which reminds me, are we actually done with the event? We might be. And if not, my guild will probably be done by the time we get to doing it tonight. Let me see, have we finished it yet? We have not, so we might still need to do our battles then. But who knows, maybe they might get it all the way there by the time we get around to it. But these are the ones you want to save for absolute last. They are the worst rooms to do. And the level of the room has no effect on the loot that you get. Only the rarity of the room has any effect on the loot. And all those are the lowest rarity. Oh, that's not the delve I want. Well, that is the delve I want, just not the location where you do it. There we go. Let's see. 1.25, 1.25, 1.2, 1.2. Okay. So it should be pretty straightforward. Neither of these were Cedric's, right? Nope. Leprechaun. A lot of Leprechaun. This place has like a really high rate of Leprechaun. Because there's 2 tier 2 rooms that have a chance of being treasure room. And I believe there's only 2 tier 2 treasure rooms? No, 3. I think it's Mimic, which we haven't actually seen, have we? The Leprechaun room and the Cedric room. I believe are all the tier 1 or all the tier 2 treasure rooms. Unless I'm forgetting one. Yeah, I tend to be the same way. I tend to get the highest quality of something when I get it. Though there are exceptions to it, like clothing. Clothing I always go cheap on. Anything that's like really limited use, I go cheap on. But anything that's really long term, like for example, the computer I'm using right now, I go all out. Like my entire computer setup right now is probably around, that I use for the stream, is probably around $3,000. And it's not even like exceedingly optimal. Like it's still decent, but it's like not even like the top highest quality. But it's, you know, obviously still perfectly fine enough to do streaming and everything. But if you count everything for this setup right now, for everything, it's about $3,000. Let's see. Oh wait, not one we take it last, so we get this one. Yeah, I actually was able to write off the laptop as a business expense and a few other things that I bought last year. I normally haven't written them off in the past, but I did the most recent year. I don't think I'm going to bother this year, though, because I have so little to write off this year that because of pandemic and everything, I'm not even really going to bother, most likely. Unless I have some kind of big purchase coming out later this year, which I probably don't. Because I don't really need anything at the moment. Plus, I'm trying to save money in case things with pandemic don't go well. Because I still have no health insurance, so you never know. They could charge an arm and a leg for a vaccine. There's a good chance it might be free, but there's no guarantee in that. Knowing Big Pharma. Let's see. We'll grab that down. No, I'm kind of skeptical on the vaccine if they even do make one, mostly because I feel like it's being rushed. Like like once a vaccine is finally made, I am very hesitant to actually initially get it. But at some point after, I probably would. I would need more testing even after it comes out before I'd really consider it, and I don't go out enough that I'd really need it. But yeah, I'm definitely not getting the vaccine initially. There's no way I will. They're rushing it way too much for it to not have any negative side effects that were unpredicted. Like, I am generally pro-vaccine, obviously, but this one is just being rushed way too much to not have unintended consequences. Yeah, I've been vaccinated for pretty much everything. I'm just skeptical of the current one just because it's being rushed too much. It might be one of the quickest produced vaccines in history at the rate it's going. which is not a good thing. Yeah, there's no vaccine yet. But there's some that could come out as early next year. Yeah, City of Thieves is the best farming faction in the game. By far. It's not even close. If you're going to go farm someplace every single day for delves, City of Thieves is the place to go. Ideally keeping at level 20 forever. However, even doing it at level 50 at 0.5 times multiplier, the delve is just so good that it's still worth doing that. It's actually so good that doing it at 0.5 times is actually better than doing it at 1 times in almost any other kingdom or any other faction. Yeah, you get 9 free sigils across the weekend event for delves. 3 on the very first day, 3 on Saturday, and 3 on Sunday. For a total of 9, plus however many you get from Val Ravens. Yeah, most vaccines, or actually almost all vaccines, if not all vaccines, do require them to actually put the thing that they were trying to fight in you, and then having the vaccine go and kill it, so it knows what to actually go after. What's the point of farming delves? There's a couple of reasons. The main reason is it's the main place where you get chaos shards, and chaos shards are used to open up portals within the underworld to go get treasure, which are used to upgrade delves as well as the new troops that come in whenever a new delve comes in, like today. That's the main unique loot that it gives a lot of. And there's another one. It's not a unique loot necessarily, but it gives it in such a high quantity that it's great to get from here. But legendary and mythic ingots are pretty much almost entirely, like 95% of the ones you're going to get throughout the history of the game will be specifically from delves, because of how high of a rate they give. So those are the main 2 drops. Legendary and mythic ingots if you still need them, though you quickly get to a point where you don't need them anymore. And chaos shards is probably the main loot that you'd really want to get from delves, because it's the main kind of unique loot that it has. And they're used to open portals for treasures and for new faction troops. Eventually those 2 will become useless. However, every faction in the game would need to exist before those are useless. They would have to have a faction for every single kingdom, plus they would have to have a plus you would have to have every single faction maxed. And at that point, chaos shards would become useless. However, it is still a good year before any person will have chaos shards as a useless resource. But in about a year from now, they could actually be considered a useless resource in endgame, because they're very likely not to add a resource sink to it after the fact. So by that point, it's not going to be used for anything. It's going to only affect a very small portion of the game. We'll throw that down. How many mythic ingots are you sitting on? I'm not sure my exact number. Probably not a huge amount, because I don't farm delves every day. I can go check. I haven't done my daily delves in forever and a half. I can go check real quick. Where's the ingot section? There it is. I have 2,813 is what we're currently at. That'd be way higher, but I haven't done the dailies. And the reason why that's so high without doing dailies is because of how many pure factions we've done. Because we've done them all. Which, even though we haven't been doing our dailies for them, we get a lot of chaos shards when we do a max faction. It costs us a lot of gems, but we do get a lot of chaos shards in return. Yes, weekend faction events, as it currently stands, only occur for new factions. There's a possibility they will do it for old factions if every faction already exists. They'll find some kind of new event for it because that'll be about a year from now. However, as it currently stands, a weekend faction event will only be for a new faction. There has never been a single faction event for an already existing faction on a weekend event. They've always been new ones. That's not to say it would happen into the future, but as it currently stands, every faction weekend event is only ever for a new faction. Like the one we have today. And of course this lasts for the entire weekend, all of today, all of tomorrow, and Sunday. But was that 1.2? No. I will do this. I guess we'll do the treasure room, do the other 2 rooms, and then head to final room. Yeah, Tradestone and Ingot Sync would be pretty nice, particularly Tradestone Sync. They mentioned in one of their Q&As in the past that they were considering it, since it's a rather useless resource in endgame. However, they have yet to actually do anything about it. I was kind of hoping 5.0 would address it, but obviously it didn't in any way, shape, or form. Who knows, maybe we'll get a patch sometime this year that will. Also, 5.0 set a really low bar, so almost every 5-point-something patch has a good chance of being better than it. One can hope. Yeah, both these rooms are the same, so I might as well just take them. Yeah, their updates could have gotten affected slightly from the virus. They could have potentially been planning more and then just didn't. Because they had to push out something. But they still got it out on time, at least, if nothing else. Because they were planning on getting it done early summer, and they got it done early summer. There's a possibility that it had a lot less content than they may have initially anticipated, but they still got it out on time. If they ever do add a resource sync, it's almost guaranteed going to have a new resource attached to it. Just so that you can't infinitely resource sync. Because resource syncing is pretty overpowered in the late game and end game because of how many resources people have. Like more than they could ever know what to do with, possibly. Surprised Rowan's still running pretty strong. Though we probably should switch soon to either Tesla or to Truffle or whatever we want to go use. I'm leaning towards Truffle. I think after this delve, we're going to run Truffle till 300 or so. Then we'll probably switch to like Iron Gut or something. And then obviously Pure Faction at the ends. We'll probably get around to Pure Faction tomorrow. I don't think we'll have enough sigils. But if we have enough to do it tonight, we will do it tonight. Pure Faction. Otherwise, we'll save it for tomorrow night. Yes, I'm from New Jersey and born in New Jersey. I currently live in South Carolina, though. But I lived in New Jersey from 0 to 13. Then South Carolina from 13 to 18. Then New Jersey for college from about 18 to 21 or 22, or whatever it was. And then back to South Carolina from 22 to now. Lost the New Jersey accent. I never really had a New Jersey accent. I just have the really quick talking kind of accent thing. But no, I never really had a New Jersey accent for the most part. Though I still say water and a few other things really weird. Because I say water instead of water. Or however you say water. I just say water. I still have a few things that are like that. But I never really had like a super heavy New Jersey accent. I just have this super quick New Jersey talking. I think that's a New Jersey, New York kind of thing. Where people talk a mile a minute. Also, this is the only treasure room that is not a high gold room. Wait, why does it say souls? It's supposed to be glory. Wait, what? Did they change this in the most recent patch? Somehow? On accident? Is it supposed to be glory? That's weird. Why does it show souls? It should be glory. Very weird. But yeah, it's always been glory. I never noticed that. They might have accidentally changed that in the most recent patch. I don't think that's deliberate. Oh, I'll throw that down for now. Yes, Salty ended up changing it to He Who Mispronounces. I had it as something else initially, but then Salty changed it for a joke, and I never bothered changing it back. What do I think about cunning Doom Scythe and Shibanu for the delve? It would work. I know I run finesse build for a couple of them, and that would work kind of similarly. Not exactly, but it'd still end up working. But yeah, it would be perfectly fine. I just like using Truffle, so we'll probably use Truffle as soon as we finish out this current delve, because Rowan is starting to get noticeably slower. Oh, don't get submerged. What are you doing? Luckily we have Skull Spam there. We could always try that one Skull Spam Mythic. I think that might be a little bit overkill for the lower level range. Also, once we reach about 200, so we will start using Skip Method. Which we're getting slightly closer to. About halfway to it, actually. Since these battles start taking longer. Plus you start at 20, not at 0. So that technically means 2 whole less rooms. Which means, theoretically, 11 is halfway through. If you count the difficulty of it, 12 is technically halfway through. Or 13. As far as halfway to 200, I mean. The halfway point to 200 is actually 110 or 120. Maybe even 130. And that has to do with the difficulty increase. As well as the fact that it starts you at 20 and not at 0. Which is basically 2 whole delves in, technically. Oh, yeah, right next to Walt Disney World. Cool. Didn't Disney World end up reopening recently, too? That's kind of bad. Because I heard Florida's been doing pretty bad with the virus. For that place to be open again is not a good idea. My area's been pretty bad too because it's a really tourist-heavy area. Not as tourist-heavy as Disneyland, but still a tourist-heavy area. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's go switch to Truffle or something. Probably go Truffle first. Let me just go copy paste this team so I can mention for the video. So we'll have a video up either later today or tomorrow. Let's see. Do I just overwrite these? I guess just overwrite these since we already covered the video. I made sure I put them on the video, right? Let me just double check. I know I forgot initially. I'm pretty sure I put them all there now. Let me just double check. Where's my thing from yesterday? CO of Current Era campaign, Chapter 1. And then we'll have Chapter 2 up tomorrow. I mean, next week. Let's see. Did I do the teams? Yes, all the teams are up. Okay, that's good. We can overwrite these now. So paste team, boom, and rename this to level 20 to 100. There we go. Okay, next team. Let's go make the 100 to 500 one. I'll take this is 20 to 500 if we really want to. But let's just make some standard truffle. Forest Troll. Double Truff. And the Almighty Doomed Glaive, which is actually available this week as well. Highly advise getting it before the end of the week if you can afford it with in-game resources. And then we change the banner to, I believe Amethrax banner is pretty good. There we go. Okay. So we'll roll with that. +2 green, +1 brown. Should be good. And we're running it with Warden for Dispel. Actually, do I even have Dispel on it? I know I changed his perks earlier. I think I gave it Agile. Yeah, I did. Good thing I remembered. That's pretty important to have Dispel. It's one of the whole reasons we even run this thing. Is specifically for Dispel. That's funny. It has a Harvest Moon trait. I really hope for Animal Crossing they do something around Harvest Moon time. There's rumor they'll add farming to the game, which actually be the first Animal Crossing they ever had farming to. I really love the farming mechanic and things like Stardew Valley and Harvest Moon. But Harvest Moon the game, not Harvest Moon the holiday. But the first Harvest Moon I said was for the actual holiday. The second Harvest Moon was for the game. But anyways, that made that so confusing. But those farming games were a lot of fun. Let's see. I'll take that one up. Grab our truffle. And super dead. Oh, so I need to change the magic now instead of armor. Really important not to forget that. It's 12 whole additional damage per cast. Let's see. Where's my magic? There we go. Okay, let's go head back. Destroy all the things. Let's see. Do we have any Cedrics in play? Not like it even matters. We don't really have a gold farming troop anymore. So we would be able to utilize it a bit less. Yeah, Trump ended up canceling the convention, I believe, yesterday there. He was originally going to host it in North Carolina, but for safety reasons, they told him that he couldn't do it. And then he moved it to to Florida because they were going to allow it. And then there were safety concerns again, and then he's like, oh, I'm just going to cancel it. Yeah, that's so weird. Why is this souls? That's supposed to be glory. I have no clue why it's souls. That is 100% supposed to be glory. So this technically isn't even a treasure room anymore. That one dwarven gate room? That's not even a treasure room anymore. Unless it's a brand new room that just happens to be a soul variant of it. And that should be everything to get us rolling. And he's dead. Yeah, there's always a nice little burst of glory. But enough multipliers, and if you save it for last, you could get like 40 glory from the room. There's a pretty hefty amount of glory. You can get like 35 to 40 glory for a single battle. Which obviously isn't like exceedingly high, but adds up. But yeah, now it's not. That is not. Just do it immediately. I think it's a 1.3 multiplier room. Did you do a pure faction team? I have not made a pure faction team yet. It would likely consist of the tank, followed by the mana generator, followed by 2 of the full AoE troops. I think you might not even use a legend for it. You definitely need at least 1 to tank. And assuming you're running with potions, you're definitely going to run double of the full AoE. Or at least one of them, if nothing else. But yeah, the team's probably going to be tank, mana generator, full AoE, full AoE. Or literally just one of each in that order. Wait, is there no mana generator? Oh yeah, you're right. There might not be one. Oh, it's gonna be clunky then. Yeah, that's kind of weird. You're right. I don't think there was a manager. I was thinking that one was one, but it wasn't. So you're probably gonna have to go tank. That's gonna be really weird. Yeah, you might have to go double tank, double full AoE. It's gonna be a really weird pure faction. I don't think it's gonna be worth magic stealing. The biggest issue is if they magic steal you, though. It's gonna be super annoying. Yeah, that should get us rolling, hopefully. And that's match. Yeah, there is a possibility we might need to run the legend just to magic steal them. But there are other ones that can magic steal, like the tank. Which, if I'm not mistaken, he gains attack too. So buffing up the tank is probably going to be one of the best strategies. Because you can magic steal the ones that magic steal you. And get super tanky and just kill them with skulls. It's probably going to be the best strategy. Is just focus on single or double tank. Get their mana looping. Or just keep casting them out. Keep reducing the things that are really annoying and then just have them up to one-shot skulls. It's probably going to be the biggest strategy for it. Because I can't really see much else being useful for it. Yeah, the later you go, Truffle gets less effective. For this level range, it's fine. It falls off by about 300 or so. Well, it depends on what your stats are. But it falls off anywhere from about 250 to 300 or so. And then you need to start using Truffle or Tesla or something else. Skull spam. Maybe you could theoretically go all the way with it. It would just be a little bit slow compared to other options, but it's super cheap Tim to build. Minus Doomed Glaive. Which you've probably seen we've casted 0 times so far. So you don't technically need it. It's just the best option you can put there if you have it. You can get some really big AoEs from the brown to Doomskull convert since you create so much brown. You just wait till you get alignment within Truffle loop and then just get a huge burst damage. I'm pretty sure the Dwarven room was always a 1.3. Maybe they changed in the most recent patch all of a sudden. I'm not sure. Or maybe it's just different for this stuff, who knows. What team were you mentioning? Let's see. Could you mention the actual troops that are within that team that you just mentioned? You can see what it is. And then go from there. Let's see. We'll throw that down. Well, I don't have a thing open to be able to copy it out of chat, which is why I mentioned that. I can go open it real quick. I always close it out so it doesn't lag to stream any. Yeah, that's so weird. Why is that not glory? It's so weird. Because I don't currently have chat open on this computer. Let's see. Throw that over. Get our doubles. Get our truffle gun. Grab our thing. I'll go start it up real quick. I need to go like my own stream anyways. Let's see. There we go. Alright, let's go open up YouTube. Where's my stream? Let's just type in Gems of War. We should be, let's see, what ranking do we get for Gems of War right now? Our live stream is currently the 3rd ranked thing on Gems of War. The first place is our stream that we did last night. Second place is the Monday video we did. Third place is our live stream right now. Nice. And a bunch of other videos that are on this. But let's go and click on stream. Leave a like. Pause the ad. Hey, it's a RuneScape ad. That's funny. I've never actually seen a RuneScape ad on my videos. It's for RuneScape 3 though, not old school RuneScape. Gosh, RuneScape 3 doesn't even look like RuneScape anymore. What have they done to you? Gosh, RuneScape 3 does not look like RuneScape at all. Like, you can still somewhat tell because of some of the weapons and stuff. But, like, if you didn't specifically say that it was RuneScape prior, like, I would almost not even notice that it was RuneScape. Gosh, it has changed so much. Anyways, what was I doing? I was grabbing this code. Where did my chat go? On this computer. There it is. Copy. Grab that. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's go and put this in. See what team this is. Oh yeah, we can't use it yet. We'll find out what it is on our next delve, since we can't use it right now. Because we can't change team mid-delve. We'll take that for now. Gosh, it's probably going to miss, but we don't really have a good option. So go for that. Hopefully this gets us rolling. Ooh, pure miss. Luckily his auto extra turn makes it not as bad, but still not the greatest. Okay, I'll throw these down and should be good to go. And he's dead. Yeah, seasonal imps do appear in Soulforge. However, the legend rotation is very long, but you can get seasonal imps in Soulforge. Currently, the imp in the drop table right now is Summer Imp. Summer Imp runs till the end of July, and then once August hit, it's going to be August Imp from August to September. Then it's Spooky Imp from October to November. Then Winter Imp from December to January. Then Imp of Love from February to March. Then Spring Imp from April to May. And then once again, we have Summer Imp from June to July. And then the cycle continues back to Autumn Imp. But that's a cycle that you can find them within a drop table. There are 6 imps that run every 2 months. However, you can find them at Soulforge even if it's not currently their season. It goes through a rotation system. However, the legendary rotation system takes forever to go through. Yeah, running double of the full AoE is definitely going to be required for the delve, and 1 tank up front. Whatever you do for your 4th option is kind of up in the air. It would make sense to use the legends, but we might try a triple AoE or something. I don't know, we'll see. But you definitely want to run tank double AoE to something, is what you want to run for pure faction. The 4th option is pretty flexible. If they forced you to memorize all those dates, blink twice. I just have them memorized. Because I covered a video on it ages back. And I memorized it for the video and then I just never forgot. We covered a video on it like 3-4 years ago. Let's see. I know a lot of useless information in this game. Well, not useless, but you know, things that most people probably wouldn't bother memorizing. Though I would sure hope so after, how many hours? 12,189 hours. Gosh, that is definitely the most time I've ever had in any one game. I think not counting RuneScape. If you count every account I've ever had in RuneScape, it's not as much as RuneScape. But you play multiple accounts at once in RuneScape, so that technically doesn't count in a way. Let's see. Also, Animal Crossing New Horizons is becoming my probably most amount of time I've ever had in a game in a set amount of duration. Because we're almost at 1,000 hours. Though quite a bit of that's still AFK, kind of like how you would in RuneScape. Actually, I should say for a console game, because RuneScape definitely had a higher amount. Because gosh, you could like AFK for like an entire day in there. Because there were so many AFK methods. Let's see. Throw that down. Take this one and then head to find a battle and see what that one team was. One mana short. Hopefully this gets us rolling and we'll be good to go. Good, and a smash. Oh no, we missed full mana there. Alright, now we should be good to go. Should be infinite loop. It won't even matter, we already have all the damage to win. What a Heart of Rage will craft? I have not the slightest clue what Heart of Rage will craft. Time will tell. Oh, it's all the way in the corner. There we go. Okay, let's go test this other team now. See you, Electric Ghost. Catch you later. Okay, let's go test this team. Let's see, what is it? Paste team. Oh yeah, this is what we're going to switch to for 300 plus. I wasn't going to use necessarily exactly this, because it's probably going to throw a Leprechaun or something in there. I guess that helps keep Hiking Iron Gut alive. But yeah, I was going to switch to a Hiking Iron Gut Thrall team for 300 plus. I'm not going to do it at this low of level, though. But, yeah, it'd be a really good team. But we don't need it till we go a little bit deeper. But we will probably use a team like that. Might make an adjustment here or there, though. But, I'm going to wait till we get a little bit deeper, though. We're way too early in to use something like that. Because AoE will kill quicker in this level range. These what's-his-name wouldn't even have full mana right now, and we already won the battle. Like, Iron Gut would have killed one thing by now. It's faster than Truffles even now. I don't think that's even possible. That it'd be quicker than Truffle right now. Unless you miss Forest Guardian every time. Which I can miss a couple times. But once it gets going, it should be way quicker. Because you can only kill one at a time with the other team. With the exception of Zugolf getting a double kill. Because Zugolf doesn't get up till a little bit later. But I've used the team before. Not with Reflection of Good, I don't believe. We did it with Leprechaun instead. But we have used it before for Delves. And it was pretty much the team I was going to switch to for 300 plus. Just with Leprechaun instead. Because with potion effects, it's very unlikely our Iron Gut's going to die in first slot before it gets Devour. If it was a different game mode, you might need to have Reflection of Good. Or for, like, if you were to do it on, like, Explore 12, for example. But for something like Delves, you already have a potion effect to have Barrier, so you probably wouldn't need it, most likely. So we are going to start doing skip methods soon. We're almost there. Truffle, stop missing. Alright, we should be good to go from here then. That should be infinite loop, and yeah, he's dead. There we go. Gosh, we'll have that green task done for the campaign like 1 billion times over. Too bad we don't get extra loot from it. Oh, there's that one other tier 2 room I was talking about. The Mimic room. That's the 3rd treasure room I was mentioning. I can go on a 1.2. Or on a tier 2 room, I mean. Yeah, the 7% free kill thing is pretty fun to mess around with. It's very rare, but when it happens, it gets a lot of speed on the battle. Let's see, we'll throw that down then. Yeah, if you get a good Cascade, Zugaf can kill after you Iron Gut Devour. You have enough that the Skulls watch you kill after 2 pokes, I believe. Assuming they don't have skull reduction. Yeah, by 200 we'll probably start skipping, and by 300 we'll probably switch team. And then run some kind of Iron Gut team. Oh no, this is that one that submerges all the subsequent battles, isn't it? Annoying one. Super overkill. Haven't really been using that much. It does have insanely good burst damage. So why am I scouting? Let me just take the rooms. There's really no point. Was it not? Let me see. Oh, you're right, because it doesn't actually show any perks there. Wait, what did that one do then? It's not showing any perks at all. Oh yeah, that is the different one. Oh yeah, never mind. It wasn't the 1.5. I thought it was. I saw Skyla there, and I was like, oh, okay. No, it's the other one that does. Yeah, I thought that was a different room. But yeah, I knew that the 1.5 times was the submerged one. I thought that was, though. Didn't notice its multiplier. I just saw the thumbnail, and it's like, yeah, that looks like it. I'll take that over. Yeah, that was actually one of the most recent ones actually added to the game. That's why it threw me off. The battle that we just did. It's actually the most recent delve ever added. When they added the most recent batch. I forget exactly when that was. It was several months ago. But it's the most recent new delve in the entire game. As far as ones that can appear in any delve. They add to that list ever so occasionally. I deliberately didn't take that green so we'd have a higher chance of getting the extra turn there. Or more mana to chain together. Obviously we'd get the extra turn automatically. But if nothing else, it gives Forest Troll higher extra turn chance. Slightly more consistent. If anyone has any questions or anything you want me to go over, do let me know as well. Because obviously this stream is dedicated to all of the delve. The new delve. Or we'll probably go up to about 400 or so this stream or so. Somewhere around there. Start rushing at 200 and start doing the other team at 300. For the higher rarity ones or higher level range ones. We should have enough sigils to go all the way. We're at 27 right now. So how many short are we? Well, you have to count the next one because you haven't used a sigil for it yet. So it would bring us to 42, which means we'd have to find 4 Val Ravens. And 3 Val Ravens if you count the 3 battles we get tomorrow. Which we should be able to do within that range. Though it does most likely mean we won't be able to finish it till tomorrow. I think we'll be ever so slightly short. Ever so slightly short. Okay, what do we need here? Forest Troll, do your thing. Use up full mana. And then we double everything, and that should be a match. Yep, there we go. I think I was going to keep taking the tier 5s and tier 4s and tier 3s and tier 2s. Getting tired of scouting them all. So once we start rush methoding anyways, we're going to be doing it so inefficiently anyways. Since we're just taking right down the middle. Or I should say all the way down the sides. Since you can just go right to the tier 2 rooms. It kind of looks like you need to go down the middle, but you can actually just take the tier 2 room. And then go straight to the boss. Without having to do that tier 5 in the middle. When you're doing rush method. And you have 2 different ways you can go, all the way to the left and all the way to the right. You don't actually have to go down. Kind of looks like you'd have to do that room, but it actually allows you to do all of them after first room. Except for the final boss, obviously. Every devil's at minimum 3 rooms. There's yet to be a single one that isn't like that. Highly doubt there ever will be. Also, didn't even check the order where all the blocks are. I haven't been paying attention to them. I normally don't get in the way too much, but they can have effect on some battles and some delves. They're kind of all bunched all the way at the top. Though the starting explosion, no wonder why I keep like not seeing them. Starting explosion pretty much makes them null and void almost every time. Because they get exploded. Once they get exploded, they no longer are on the board. Yeah, our Truffle's doing that much damage because of potion effects, plus our horde level, plus we have 3 niches set for 12 additional magic. Here's the full stat breakdown. Oh, never mind, you can't see the page for it. But we're getting 12 from medals. We're getting 21 from delve bonus. We're getting 0 from artifact. Come on, next page. And we're getting 42 from potions. So 42, 21, and 12 are all the extra bonuses. Plus we have everything else in the game maxed. But that's where all the bonuses are coming from. It's mostly potion effects. It costs a lot of gems to get that many though. But we do it for the pure faction. But it costs us 2,310 gems so far. But it gets us an entire event done, it gets us a pure faction done, so it's worth it. But it's obviously pretty pricey to do if you were in like early game, mid game. You should definitely not spend that much on this event if you're in that point. It's really only something you do all the way towards the end of the game. Delves in general are something that you don't tend to focus on until much later in the game. It's because it's either really costly or really time consuming to do them. And they normally require having multiple different decent troops, particularly for the really high level range. There's some lower rarity stuff that can technically kill it out, but it's normally a lot slower. And potentially inconsistent, like Mang teams. Oh, that actually missed. Wait, why did I do that? I could have just literally killed him with the thing. Well, now I will. I was gonna say, watch him agile that. Good thing he didn't. Oh, I should have taken the other one first. This was the good treasure room. Oh well. Not too big a deal. It's only gonna be like 100, 200 gold difference or so. A few hundred. I'll take the blue. It shouldn't miss. And a smash. Should be enough damage even with reduction. Nope. 1 HP. Should have went for Doomed Glaive. I believe it has a slightly higher base damage, plus it has Doom Skull spam. Okay, a few more delves and we'll start rushing down. Well, ideally find one more Valraven before we start rush. Hope we'll find one soon in the next delve or two. Once we find it, we might just start doing rush method even if we're not at 200 yet. I was hoping we'd have a skull follow up there, apparently not. And A's dead. But that's because I lucked for the bonuses. Well, I was also taking optimal rooms for some of them. We're kind of just starting to take whatever now. I still keep having the habit of checking them though. Oh, the other one probably would have been higher multiplier. That's the lowest one that could be on tier 3. It's a 1.15. There we go, next one. Oh, why'd I do that? We already had full mana. Keep forgetting we could do Glaive for the higher range. It's about 12 damage higher? Let me double check. What's the damage difference on it? It's a... Oh no, it's only 5. Wait, does that have other boost ratios? No, that doesn't count tempering though. So it's 15 higher actually. Yeah, Doomed Glaive is 15 higher damage than what our Truffle is currently doing. Which is obviously quite a bit more kill potential. But I guess with how high our numbers are, it isn't too huge a difference, but still a difference nonetheless. Like right here. I'm surprised we did not get a skull follow up there. Luckily we still have infinite loop. There we go, another one down. Still no Valraven to be seen. I'll catch you later, Exos. Have a wonderful day. We'll probably be streaming for about another hour, hour and a half or so. I think we're aiming for 400 to stream. And then we'll finish whatever sigils we have left tonight. And then tomorrow night we should hopefully be within striking range of 500 Pure Faction, which is the game plan. Yeah, by 200 we start Rush Method. And by 300 we probably switch team. Even earlier than that. Because once Truffle stops getting like triple hit here or so, probably worth changing out. Because once he starts taking like 4 or 5 casts, it's starting to get too many casts normally. We're getting very close to that point. Oh, there's our Valraven. I might start skip mething now then. Now that we've seen the Valraven. Oh no, he drained us. Oh, and he dispelled us. How awful. Because we don't have a good board to do anything. Fail. That was actually a really bad drain. And no green to even multiply. Luckily it still gives us setup for that. He needs full... Oh, I could take a full extra turn there. Gosh, really bad start. But that should get us rolling and then we won. I think this does not want to die. Overkill. There we go. Too bad we didn't have that to begin with. Would easily cleaned. Since you get the skull follow up for whenever they have resummon. So theoretically we just rush method now actually. Go ahead right into it. There we go. I was gonna say, if we didn't have a skull follow up there, we didn't the first time there. That time we did. Hey, let's start rush method then. And we'll try a different team. I still kind of want to replace into Leprechaun there. I don't know, we'll try it as is for now. If we need to change something, we'll change something. So we want to aim for purple. It's really important we get a purple. The entirety of the beginning of the battle can be slowed down a lot by not having purple. I don't think any of these have immune to devour. So we just do that, get a Zugoff down. Let's take a billion pokes and he'd be dead. Clear board with that. Also keep it protected. I just need to find one more skull. Or Zugoff. And basically just rinse and repeat. And you just take either 2 side 2 rooms and then you head right to the bottom one. That's the quickest way to kill out the stove. If you want to do quick kill method. And then that lets you go all the way to the ends. Easy as that. And that reminds me, I still haven't handed out a code. I'll hand out a code at 200, which should be pretty soon at this point, given that we're doing skips now. Okay, as soon as we finish this out, we'll hand out a code then. And then we'll go to 400 for now. Doesn't really matter which 2 room we do. They're generally all going to be weak enough that it doesn't really matter. So that technically would have had full mana regardless of what we took there. Oh good, got a skull from Sky. Have the cast already? There we go. Too many cascades. I always find that somewhat funny with some mana loop teams. That they can actually create so many extra turns on the board that they actually slow you down in the sense that you have to take them all first. With skulls it doesn't actually slow you down, but when it's just pure mana it can actually slow you down. How many gems would you need without rushing the delves? You can do it with 1,910 I believe. Or possibly even 1,710 with 0 skips. However, it would take until Sunday to get those free battles from Saturday and Sunday. But I believe the cheapest you can do it for is 1,710 gems. Which is tier... what is that? Tier 7 3 times. Is what that would come out to. Is what 1,710 gems would be. I believe that's the absolute cheapest you can do. However, this delve is a little bit hard to do with lower potions. It's because it's a it doesn't really have much going for it, other than a really good tank. Which level are you thinking of doing Pure Faction today? We're not doing Pure Faction today, most likely. We're likely not touching it until we do 500 directly tomorrow. We've always just been doing 500. I don't do the smaller amounts. I just go straight from 0 to 500 every time. That's how I've been doing it lately. And by lately, I mean like every delve in the last year or so. That's how we've been doing it. You can technically do one of the other ones if you were planning on like not doing Pure Faction 500, or if you wanted to have the pet a little bit more upgraded. However, the pet upgrade makes such a minuscule difference. Also, that extra kill we got on last slot was from hero class. There's a couple hero classes that when maxed have 7% chance to kill every kill you get. It's very rare that it happens, but when it does that. Also, that instant kill should hit through barrier now. It used to not, but I believe they have modified it so it does now in the current state of the game. Also, hello, Jason. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Hey, we got the instant kill there off the destroy off the thing. Nice. Speed it up a little. And we got a leprechaun room over here for the massive gold. Even without a huge amount of multipliers, it's still going to be a 4,000 something. Still a pretty solid amount. So we probably do want to be targeting, assuming they're not immune, we probably want to use Iron Gut and Zugoff on the things that do not have Hunter's Mark on them. So that we can get the additional damage on things that do have Hunter's Mark. Oh, what am I doing? Grab that. We already got a purple. What's nice is when we get the extra turn skull, there's only one left. It'll be single skull will kill then because of Hunter's Mark. Hello, Adam. Welcome. Hello, J-Dog. How does the Horde quality affect the points you score in Faction Assault? I don't believe it does. It only affects your final chest. No. Horde quality has no effect on your points. It has effect from what loot you get from the chest at the end of each delve. But it actually has no effect on your points if you're just trying to get it completed. Though it is generally advised to have a 100 Horde, which would also give you quality 10. But it's not required. It wouldn't affect your points actually at all. It has no correlation to the points you get. The only thing that quality affects is the loot from the final chest. We were running with Truffle earlier and it was working pretty well if you need a cheaper team. Tesla would also work, which is one that we didn't actually use, but it would work. But Truffle can literally run the entire time. Though it does slow down the further you go. As most teams generally will. Iron Gut's one of the few exceptions, which is why he's so meta for delves. You always switch into Iron Gut assuming you have it and assuming he be ran for a delve. Just because he upscales very, very well. He's single-handedly the best single mythic you can have for delves. If you're looking for something to improve delves. Obviously every delve can't use him, but any delve that can, he is extremely meta for. Oh yeah, I didn't hand out code. Let me go do that. I said at 200. I got sidetracked by something. Hold up, let me go hand out code. The shiny code. Also, I need to ask for more code soon. I think we have enough for 2 more weeks, which means I should probably start asking now. Let's see. Put that there, put that there. I'll probably ask next Sunday, or this Sunday, in 2 days, because I don't think she's in the office right now. Or even any accessibility to be able to go and do it. Actually, they might still be in lockdown. I'm not even sure what their condition is right now. So anyways, guys, there's the code. Use it on gemsofwar.com. It's the game code section. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu, whatever your game says, and right over here. Oh, let me go take tribute. Need to replenish those gems back to 20,000 plus after all that we spent on the event. But your invite code can be found in the bottom left right over here, whatever your game says there. Redeem code's right over there in chat. Just copy paste random numbers and letters starting with 7N. And that's the redeem code. And give the same reward as always: 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold buried somewhere underneath all of our other loot from the event. And there we go. It only works on PC mobile version of the game. Enjoy, everyone. Wait, what mythic were you referring to? You mean Karkaroff? You could probably use Keeper of Souls instead of Karkaroff. It's not as good, but it would still kind of work the same, kind of. It's a bit different, but it would still serve a very similar role. That or some kind of skull spam troop. Has to be something that does skulls. Oop, oop. Almost just fell. Okay, let's go claim all these. Our level up bonus and all the random stuff that we've gotten from the delves. This was our level, and this was all the delve stuff. Anyways, from having higher renown. Also, did we get an extra stat this week? Yes, we do. We get a permanent +1 HP bonus. Actually, we'll probably have that today, right? Or do we still need Pure Faction tomorrow to get it? Yeah, we get it today. Pretty sure we get it today. Yeah, we get it today. We'll have the extra HP bonus today. Nice. Very nice. Okay. Let's go and keep going. Let's go get the HP bonus. Let's go hunt that HP bonus. It's the Hero class is currently being used. Mostly for half mana start and the instant kill chance that it has. Assuming it's maxed. Otherwise, Archmages would be pretty good if you don't have it that leveled. Yeah, currently it's Thief because of 7% instant kill and because of the what's it called? I just mentioned the other reason. Already forgot what it was. But it's for the instant kill and it's for the half mana start. Did we just triple? Yeah, we just double rolled it. One interesting mechanic in this game, which is exceedingly broken but also exceedingly rare. The 7% instant kill that this hero class has can trigger a 7% instant kill off the 7% instant kill. This one right over here. So it is theoretically possible that if you get one kill, you can kill the entire enemy team. Right there, we got one kill and killed two of them. However, it is theoretically possible to get one kill and team wipe an entire thing from a 7% triggering a 7% triggering a 7%. The chance of that happening is obviously exceedingly rare. It is one really big decimal that I do not want to calculate right now. But it can happen. You just saw it happen double, but it can do a triple. Off of one single kill. Because since it counts as an individual kill, it rechecks the 7% roll every time. So you can 7% into a 7% into a 7%. Though it's almost never going to happen, though. But it can. Let's see, we'll throw that down. I should have taken skull there, but oh well. It would have only been like a second quicker. There we go. Technically about halfway there. How many more sigil, Val Ravens do we need? We need to find 3 more Val Ravens. Yeah, 3 more Val Ravens will do it. 2 more if you count tomorrow's battles. So yeah, we basically have to find 2 more Val Ravens essentially then. Should be able to. And doing so will be all the battles we need. Did you only calculate it out 3 times or 4 times, Dennis? Because you actually only need to calculate it out 3 times. A 7% into a 7% into a 7%. You don't need a 4th one because the initial kill is guaranteed. Because you need a kill to get it initiated. But if you did it for 3 of them, like 3 7%. Yeah, that might be the percent with 3. That sounds about right, that percent-wise. Yeah, it's really a fun mechanic to see. It's really powerful. It's just very rare to ever occur. It is a super luck-based mechanic that you can't really depend on. But when it happens, it's super devastating. Especially in like a Guild Wars, you like auto-win. Your defend team will like auto-win if it actually gets it, because people are not expecting it. Because it's basically a double kill out of nowhere, because it needs at least one kill to get initiated. And if that triggers, you generally auto-win a battle in Guild Wars. It's rare that it occurs, because not only does the Guild War team need to get a kill, but it also needs to get lucky enough to roll that 7%. That's what I thought. Okay, I was gonna say the other percent looked a little bit too low, but yeah, that sounds more like it. A 0.0343% chance is the chance that you would get a 4 times kill by getting a kill that then triggers a 7% into a 7% into a 7%. Which I've never seen. I've seen double quite a few times. I've never seen a triple. And by triple, I mean 4 times. You know, 3 7% when I say triple. Which would mean an entire team wipe. If you got the new mythic easily and taken away, would you like 2 VIP keys? That would probably not be good enough compensation. I know that they had a whole issue with that on Monday, where a bunch of people were trying to get the new drops, and then they took like all of them away. Even ones who got mythics. I'm not sure why they just didn't give people back a random mythic. That kind of didn't make sense. Because that means some people got the new mythic and then just completely got nothing in return, pretty much. Or at least not equivalent of what a mythic is worth. Did we get it done in raids before? Did we? That seemed very unlikely. Because you'd have to kill the Zubkov first for that to happen. And then get ultra lucky off of kill from 777%. Lucky 3 7s. That's a true lucky 7s in this game. Roll the instant kill on one of those 3 times off the 7% chances. From a single kill, which will result in a 4 times kill. Did I? I don't recall that. I know we 4 times wiped with a Great Maul before, back when its mechanic was different. That was pretty funny. That could consistently do 4 times wipes off a single skull spam. That was a very weird meta in the game. You would literally just do a massive skull spam into Great Maul, and you would just auto-win by 4 times killing the entire enemy team. It was a very weird meta. The Great Maul used to be very, very, very exceedingly broken. How many more delves are they planning to add to the game? 1 per kingdom. So until every kingdom has one. And I believe there's, what, 22 right now? So that means there's another 12. But yeah, they're eventually doing 1 per kingdom. And as it stands right now, there are 22 delves. And there are 34 total kingdoms. Which basically means it'll take another year before we'll have all the delves in the game. So by about August next year, we should have every delve in the game or so, by either August or September of next year. So about a little over a year from now, we should have every delve in the game. Unless they're adding more kingdoms, which is very unlikely. If a bank placed $1 million in your bank account by accident, what do you think you would get when they took back that $1 million? Nothing. However, it's slightly different. That analogy doesn't technically work for what's just happened, though. Because if someone spent a lot of resources in order to get something of higher rarity, and then that higher rarity was just taken away and not replaced with an equivalent thing for it, then that would kind of be an issue. That's a weird world analogy for that. I'm not sure because there's not that many real world loot boxes. That's hard to really do an analogy for because there's almost no real equivalent for it. But there is a difference there. Let's see. Also, why is it raining? Gosh, I'm not sure why weather is like this around here. It loves to just go from sunny day to downpouring. I am not sure what it is about this area, but it loves doing it. Hopefully electricity doesn't go off. I don't hear thunder yet, though. Just heavy rain. Yeah, there's a double kill thing. There's a good chance we'll be getting another world at some point within the next several months. What exactly it'll be, we don't know. But it is exceedingly likely we'll get another world added to the game within potentially before the end of this year or early next year. It would definitely have to happen before September of next year. So within the next year, we should see the next world. We have Crystara, which is the main world. The Underworld, which is where all the delves and everything are. And then we'll have some kind of new area, almost guarantee, around that time. Because delves were the replacement for kingdoms. And then eventually they're going to need a replacement for delves, which are the replacement for kingdoms. Because that's a pretty nice gem sink for late game. I highly doubt they would just completely remove a gem sink. That's not like them. It would need kind of something, because guilds were, new kingdoms were like the way to sink keys and other resources and kind of keep adding new troops to the game, and then delves became that, and then they'll need something else, unless they are happy with how many troops they'll eventually have in the game at that point. Because you have to keep in mind, by that point they're going to have probably over 1,000 troops in the game. They're going to start hitting some pretty big numbers. To the point that they might even consider just slowing down the rate at which new things come into the game. Because they would start getting pretty high numbers by that point. I believe we're already over 1,000 if you count all weapons plus all troops. But just all troops right now is like 800 something. We still got another several months until that's over 1,000. If anyone still has any questions or anything you want me to go over, do let me know. Make sure to do so. Because once we reach about 400 delve, we'll probably wrap up for now for the stream. And then go grab lunch. And then we'll be back later tonight to go finish every last sigil we have. And then tomorrow night we'll probably be doing Pure Faction, because I don't think we have enough sigils to make it tonight. We'll be ever so slightly short. And we'll save 200 gems by doing it tomorrow rather than tonight. We already spent 2,310 gems. I don't think we need to spend 200 more. Need to repair back to 20,000 gems. And luckily, World Lore events don't really eat up too many gems. I forget the calculation on it, but I believe an entire guild most weeks can get it done with tier 3. If the entire guild goes tier 3. Which is also pretty good value for how many tokens you get. Because from there, they start to cost more per token relative to how much you're buying per pack. Oh, so we still need to find 2 Vow Ravens. Not sure where they're hiding. Otherwise, we might still need to throw another pack tomorrow. Yes, we've kind of been hovering around 20,000 gems. We get a lot of gems from dailies. Like, Tribute alone is like 100 gems per day. So it's like 3,000 a month. And that's not even counting guild and everything else that gives it. Well, the main reason we're able to stay over that is we basically have everything in the game already. So we're not needing to throw it down on like gem keys and other stuff like that. So there's a lot less expenses for gems that we have than a normal player progressing through the game. Because the only thing we really ever have to spend gems on are guild-related events, Bounty Hunter, just for the sake of it. And even that's been getting reduced in cost now too, if they keep doing repeat ones. We had our first ever repeat one, the most recent one. And a few other things here and there, like sometimes we throw on a couple of those daily things that you have that you could throw gems on. Which actually, what is mine today for the offers? Oh, they're all useless. Actually, this one is good. If and only if you needed event keys. Otherwise, its value is kind of meh. But if you need event keys, this thing is insanely good value, especially with 25% discount. If you still need event keys, this is probably the best offer in the game when it has 25% discount, or one of the best. 20 event keys, glory keys, gem keys. The problem is if you ignore the event keys, assuming you don't need them, the value of that is only around 200 gems. If you count the event keys, the event key alone is worth more than... the 20 event keys are worth more than the 300 almost. Because event keys go for about 13.5 each. Or technically 15 if you buy them individually. And if you count them as 15, that's already 300 gems right there. But yeah, this is a really good offer if and only if you need event keys. If you don't, it's actually pretty bad. And I do not need event keys. We stocked up on a while back when you could buy infinite of them through Glory. You can still buy 10 per week through Glory. But at one point you used to be able to buy that offer for infinitely. And they made sure to stock up before they ever removed the infinite limit on it. And added a limit. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people kind of got cheated out on Monday for basically opening keys. It's kind of weird. I still feel like anyone who got a mythic drop should have gotten a random mythic in return to replace the mythic that they lost. Like, for other rarity stuff, it wouldn't matter as much, like even legend and stuff. But to get a mythic drop out of keys and not to get compensated with a random mythic is pretty bad. I'm not sure what their current plans are overall. I haven't been keeping up with it much. Gotta make sure not to devour him, he is immune. I almost did it. I was like, nope, he is immune. Almost forgot for a second there. I have yet to accidentally misclick Iron Gut today. So we're doing good. Because obviously Iron Gut can only devour things that do not have immune to devour, so it is possible to accidentally misclick something that has immune to devour. So we have yet to do that once on accident. What happened Monday with the mythics? There was all the stuff from the drop table, or all the stuff from the campaign was in the drop table. So like thing like the heart, the epic troop, stuff like that were all in the drop table for keys. Which was not supposed to be the case. And then they all got reverted. Like anyone who had any of those copies got them removed. And they got some small amount of compensation. Oh, why did I not take a skull? We could have just won already. Whoops. Oh well. There you go. Oh wait, they did send a mythic to them? Oh, never mind. I thought they didn't. I misunderstood that later when someone was mentioning it. Never mind. Okay, that's fine then. Yeah, as long as they did that, that would be the biggest issue if they didn't. But if they did that, then I feel like it's perfectly fine then what they did. Though they shouldn't have had it in the drop table in the first place. But, yeah, as long as they replenished all the mythics with a mythic, and ideally a random legend for the legends as well, it would have been fine. But the mythic's a more important one, of course. Hello, Chad! Doing pretty good. Currently delving away. We're going for 400 this stream. And obviously 500 pure faction by the end of this weekend. Probably Saturday night we'll be able to do that. I think we're going to be ever so slightly short on sigils for today. Oh, why am I not killing the tank immediately? I keep forgetting escort reduction. Oh, it wasn't our turn. Didn't randomly get an extra turn, apparently. What do you mean by the daily deals? You mean the offers? They're different for every single person, so I have no clue what two you have. But it's different for every single person. So I have no clue what two you have. There should be enough mana to get us rolling. Good. We get Devour down. Burns the kill, get a free kill, and he's dead. Not dead. Now he's dead. Of course, now we get Skull one turn late. Cascading there. Should have just taken that. It would have been slightly quicker. Not that big a deal, though. Already pretty quick. Oh, so we got all rewards. I haven't claimed these yet. Let's go see what we got. 2 Volkeys, 10 diamonds. It's moving too quick. 1,950 souls, 80,000 gold, 500 shards, 4 random orbs, 7 mythic ingots, a portrait, and a title. Okay, let's go and see what we get from this. Come on, blues and purples. Blue, blue. Wow, that was almost triple blue. I'm already liking these odds. What do we have? Come on, triple blue, triple blue, triple blue. Well, we got double blue. Great way to start. Okay, let's go open our 2 Volkeys. And then we'll head back to the grinds. Yeah, we'll quick kill Rowan. But nice, double blue. Already a pretty good delve. Even just one of those blues would have been fine. Let's see what we get from the Volkeys. Yeah, still a really nice pull. 50% blues. Ah, gosh, Cedric, useless. Stop giving me Cedric copies. All we got was 5 gems. Oh, I gotta open one more. Let's see what we get from the other key. So first one was useless. We basically just got 5 gems from it. Key number 2. Oh no, there goes the thunder. Oh no. Hopefully we don't lose connection. If I randomly cut out and don't come back, that's why. Again, basically just 5 gems. What useless 2 keys? We basically got 10 gems, but at least our 2 blue orbs were great. There we go. Nice. Okay, let's go head over to finish this out then. Let's go to 400. Before Thunderstorm takes out my electricity. I haven't lost electricity for about a month or 2 now. From any kind of storms. But it's hurricane season, so. It's not peak hurricane season for my area, though. September is the worst time. I really hope we don't have to evacuate during the virus. That'd be very annoying. Let's see, what am I doing here? I need to go and head back to here. I keep wanting to click on the delve itself, but I keep forgetting I have to do it through the event thingy. Anyways, let's keep going. Let's go to 400 for now. Hello, Paul. Welcome. Got that shiny leprechaun gold. Oops. There's one of our Val Ravens we need. Nice. Very nice. Just go claim it. Make sure it doesn't gain all of its mana. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's on the team with triple leprechaun. Let's go kill it quick before it gets all of its mana. That could have been really bad. That could have actually escaped if we got lucky enough off a leprechaun. Because those are 3 really heavy mana generators. That could have given it full mana. Oh, just hit 7% kill. Nice. I think that's what killed it. Oh, there we go. Got our Val Raven. How many more battles do we still need? We need to find 2 more Val Ravens still. Counting tomorrow's battles. Which I'm not sure if we'll be able to make. It's going to be cutting it tight. Not sure if we'll find 2 Val Ravens within that. Should be able to definitely find at least 1 more, though. Which might mean we still need to throw another pass tomorrow. Or not a pass, but I mean the gems, I mean. Will you finish level 500 in this stream? No, it won't be possible. Unless we spend a lot more gems. We're probably doing it tomorrow night. Just because we need the extra 3 sigils that we'll get tomorrow to be able to do it without spending more. Chad, the deals are different per person, as I mentioned earlier. It's not the same for every single person. So I need to know what your deals are to know if they are worth it. Because every single person has different deals, even if they're on the exact same platform. No 2 person has the same one. Hey, he's such a groom. Not gonna matter much though. What is this layout? It's basically a layout that lets you go all the way to the end immediately. It's pretty nice, actually. Yeah, I guess you got in first for once. Oh no, that's bad. I forgot. That's going to last for the rest of Delve. So luckily, there's not much left to the rest of Delve. However, now we're blocked on purple. Yeah, Iron Gut plus Zugoff is generally a really good combo to use in Delves, assuming it is possible. Because you could basically use Zugoff as your curse option, essentially. Since he can kill through anything that doesn't have immune. They have ran them for quite a few other delves. I forget every single delve that has overlap on it. Chad, even on PC, they're different. It doesn't matter what platform you're on. They're completely different. 2 people on PC will have completely different tasks. If you're talking about the offers, that is. Every single person has different ones. It doesn't matter if you're on the exact same version in the exact same guild, at the exact same level, with the exact same kingdom upgrades. They're different for every single person. Like mine right now are 3 copies of the Manticore and the Metal. And I am pretty sure neither of your 2s are that. Let's see where we're. Back to the grind. Come on, where are those Val Ravens at? To what they did by Tacet for the faction? Wait, what? Oh, I did tier 6. Or tier 7 6 times, I mean. Which costs 2,310 gems. And we might need to throw one more pack for tomorrow. Since I did skip method a little bit too much, I think. It's not too big a deal. We got the gems to spare. We don't have any immediate thing that we need to throw them all on anyways. Gosh, that thunder picked up out of nowhere as well. Can see the flashes. Actually, my lighting probably got a lot darker. I forgot I didn't put the light on because it was so light out when we started to stream, and now it's like all dark. So now my face looks so much darker compared to the beginning of the stream because I don't have the one light on because we already had so much natural light, and then rain happened, and now it's all dark. Oh. Oy. That's a bit better. I'm not going to bother adjusting it to be perfect. Should be fine. Normally do that at the beginning of a stream, but it was perfectly fine at the beginning of the stream because it was natural lighting. Let's see. I'll kill that up. Yeah, it kind of looks like you need to do that middle battle, but you actually don't. How many tiers? We bought up to tier 7 6 times. Is what we bought up to. Oh, what tier is required to complete all delve rooms to get all faction assault rewards without skipping? If you're doing 100% pure no skip, I believe it is a minimum of 1,710, and it would take you until Sunday. But yeah, I believe it's 1,710, and it would take you till Sunday. Is the bare minimum. So do keep in mind, this faction might be a little bit hard without more potion effects. But yeah, 1,710 or 1,910 is the bare minimum. I believe you can get away with 1,710, which means buying the final pack 3 times. So tier 7 and then buying tier 7 3 times total. That I believe is absolute bare minimum. But you might need extra sigils to try more attempts on the final delve if you're doing pure faction. Because this pure faction is not one of the easier ones. It's really clunky. Has no mana generator. However, the main thing you want to focus on is probably the attack troop, the tank. The tank might be able to solo the delve. What can you use instead? You can use Truffle Loop. We were using Truffle Loop earlier. It works really good. Other than that, you can run an Iron Gut team and just run it with Curse. Just run a standard Iron Gut team. Assuming you have Iron Gut but not the Zugoff. It's slightly slower than this, but it would still work really quickly. And by a standard Zugoff team, I mean something along the lines of like Mountain Crusher, Apothecary, Iron Gut, and I mean a standard Iron Gut team. I mean is something along the lines of like Mountain Crusher, Apothecary, Iron Gut, and then the Curse option in the last slot, which you could use like Mirage Queen or something for. Can I say Boognish isn't savory? Why? I have no clue what food that even is. No, crafting material is never worth it on daily offers. Ever. There isn't a single crafting material one that's ever worth it. Epic troops are sometimes worth it. Depends how desperately you want to get them leveled or not. But the crafting material is never ever worth it. There's not a single crafting material offer that is even remotely good. They're all way too overpriced. Actually, that's not true. Deeds, if you count that as a crafting material, are somewhat worth it. But every other crafting material, like diamonds, jewels, stuff like that, are way overpriced in the offers. Okay, 2 more delves. And then we'll finish out the rest tonight with the World Lore event. And then tomorrow we'll do Pure Faction tomorrow night. And tomorrow during the day we'll probably do an Animal Crossing. There's a bug tourney thing going on. There's a couple drops we still need from that for that other grind. Also, we might need to do some full rooms just so we can go find another Valraven tomorrow. Because it looks like we might still be slightly short. Oh, I should take an extra turn first. Whoops. Oh, we're just going to have to delay the turns now until we have full mana. Okay, there we go. And it was killed out without Alpha Hunter's Mark. Yeah, Imperial Deed is exceedingly expensive, but due to the exceedingly slow rate at which we get Imperial Deeds within the game, we almost have to go for it. It's because they're the main thing associated with Kingdom progression currently. So if you want to speed up the progression of Kingdoms, you kind of have to go for Imperials. Because they're the main resource you're going to be missing. I think I might even be crafting my Writs into Imperials soon. So that we can get more stats. Because every 3 Imperials is basically a whole additional stat, assuming you have the other colors already. Which, based on how many Imperials we get compared to the colors, you generally will be in that situation. That's a match. You can hear the rain in the background. Yeah, it's exceedingly heavy right now. It is downpouring. But we'll probably be ending after this delve then. To go grab lunch. And hopefully I have electricity for tonight. If I'm not on tonight, it's not because I'm sleeping. It's because I don't have electricity. Because of how outside sounds right now, that seems very likely. But hopefully we'll be up at normal time. Which is in 7 hours from now, assuming we start on time. But if anyone has any other questions, now would be a great time to ask. Anything I missed? Anythings? Does Wolf-Garrick go well with persistence? Wolf-Garrick just isn't strong enough to be used with anything. Yes, you can use it with persistence, and if you're going to use it, that's like one of the things you should use it with. However, Wolf-Garrick is exceedingly underwhelming. And it's generally never worth using in the current state of the game. Unless they're going to like buff him at some point. That or some kind of better War Gear synergy in the game. But yes, it's a really good synergy, the two of them. However, War Gears Wolf-Garrick's already so useless that it's not really worth going out of your way to use, though. No, we're doing a stream tonight. I was just saying that if we have no electricity, if we're running late, that's why. But no, we're still having a normal stream tonight. Assuming we still have it. And otherwise, I'll just do it at a later or earlier time. But we should be up at normal time. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 7 hours from now. I was just saying that electricity could go out. Rain AMSR. I'll put it up to the window. We can have rain ambience. Anyways, any other questions, anyone? Let me know. Otherwise, as I mentioned, we'll be back 7 hours from now, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll be doing a couple things. We'll be finishing every last sigil we currently have for the current delve. Oh wait, never mind. We have exactly enough to reach. Oh no, we don't, because it has to take the one. Yeah, we still need to find one Valraven. Still got to find a Valraven. But anyways, we'll be doing Pure Faction tomorrow night. We'll be doing the last of our sigils tonight. Finishing out invasions, or I keep calling it invasions. Finishing out World Lore event, which should be doing pretty good on. Where are we in guild ranking? Pretty much that center. Everyone at 498 should be where we head to, because that's the bare minimum threshold. So we should be able to do that. And anyone at 448 is also the bare minimum. Apparently just us. And other than that, yeah, should be able to get all rewards then for that last little one there. Gosh, I can't even hear myself talk. The rain is so loud. Yeah, based on the mic audio, you should probably be able to hear that. That is exceedingly loud. I like the sound of rain, though. It's really calming. Anyways, guys, I'm going to be heading out for now. The rain's distracting me. I'll be heading out for now. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll be back later at our normal time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as we do every night. And yeah, tomorrow morning, afternoon, we'll have Bug Off for Animal Crossing and doing a couple things for there. I have a couple of interesting things to show off. Saturday night, we'll be finishing out Pure Faction for Gems of War for the most recent faction. And then Sunday, we'll be going over spoilers. And at some point between that time, we will have a video going over this current faction. What was our team? We used 3 different teams across it. We used Rowain team, which was just standard Rowain. We then used Truffle, which was Forest Troll into Double Truffle into Mirage Queen or Hero with Doomed Glaive. And then for the final ones, for the final stretch, we ended up running with a Zugoff team, specifically this one. A Iron Gut Zugoff team. You can also just build purely into a Iron Gut team if you want. But we specifically use this team, which is High King, Iron Gut, Thrall, Reflection of Good, and Zugoff set to Thief. Or any hero class that you have like the 7% instant kill thing on. I think Archmagus might be the next best, if you don't have many of them leveled, because it has that purple gain on it. But yeah, it ends up working out pretty well. Works pretty well. Otherwise, if you don't have Zugoff, you just run like a standard Iron Gut team, where you can run Mountain Crusher, Apothecary, Iron Gut, and like a Mirage Queen or something in last slot. Anything that has Curse. That's all you'd have to do for that. Oh, what was your question, Harguri? Sorry about that. Sycorax with everything. No, that was towards Sippleman. What was your question towards me? Which pair is best? Phoenicia or Ferocity? Or wait, Finesse or Ferocity? Ketris or Treachery? Or Yali or Ubistet? Well, Finesse or Ferocity depends on the team that you're running. Though I am definitely more of a Finesse fan, due to the fact that it can loop into itself once you have that Yellow Storm and everything going. Ketris or Treachery, I would definitely say Ketris. And or Yali or Ubistet, I'd probably say Ubistet overall. But I think that answers your question. Did I read that wrong? I have no clue because of how it's divided. Which pair is best? Phoenicia, Finesse, or Ferocity, Ketris, or Treachery, or Yali, or Ubistet, Cunning? I don't understand that with the markings. I don't understand what that question is. Because that's not 4 total troops. Oh wait, or is it? Oh no, I still don't understand what that question is. It is a pair? Oh, Phoenicia? So why did you put or if they're pairs? That should be ends, not or. Also, Phoenicia is not paired with anything, nor Cunning. So that's even more confusing. I'm not sure how to answer. Because not all of them are even pairs. 2 of them are just a single thing. And most of those don't even synergize with each other, which is also confusing. So I'm not sure how to answer that question. Phoenicia with Finesse. Oh, I see. Oh, the 2 that are paired are the ones that have the thing in between. Okay, I see now. Probably Ferocity with Ketris then. as far as the ones that you mentioned. It's not the absolute best combo of anything. But of the combos that you mentioned, Ferocity with Ketris would work the best. Okay, I see what you mean now. But, yeah, Ferocity, Ketris, probably. The rest of them don't really synergize too well. I guess Cunning Ubistet kind of could. I feel like Ubistet's very situational these days, though. I feel like its best combo is Rope Dart with Ubistet. If you're going to bother using it. Because you Rope Dart, then Ubistet, then Rope Dart, then Ubistet. But anyways, guys, hello, Isabel again. And hello, Cooper. Any other questions, anyone? Let me know. Do you know if in 5.0, otherwise we'll be heading out. Let's see. Do you know if in 5.0 they increased gnome spawn chances? No, they should still be the exact same. Seems quite more often to you. Well, we did just have a Vault event recently, so if you're comparing it based on that, it might seem so. However, no, the rate is the exact same. The most recent Vault event was buffed more than normal, though. So if you were playing this most recent weekend when they buffed it, you would have seen an absurd amount of gnomes. However, throughout this week right now, since it ended, it should be the exact same rate as always. But yes, if you were playing last weekend, you should have seen an absurdly high rate of gnomes. But right now, it should still be the normal rate. And no, it wasn't directly buffed. This is the most recent Vault event. Was a super, super buffed more than normal for a special 5.0 thing that they did. But there was no direct buff to Volkeys just normally. Just that one specific event was buffed. Anyways, guys, thanks for stopping by. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful weekend. And I will see you guys soon. And as I mentioned, stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be finishing out the rest of everything else for the Gems of War events. Tomorrow, Saturday, throughout the day, we'll be doing the bug tournament for Animal Crossing. Saturday night, we'll be finishing Pure Faction 500 for Illithia. And we'll go from there. You asked Wolfie to ask you in game, why is your main +5 and not +9? There's two reasons for that. One is it has a random gem spawn that can backfire that has a higher chance of helping the enemy more than it helps you. And the second reason is it has an ever so slight delay. Every weapon that has no board control that ends up doing any amount of perks after the fact, especially if it's a board control perk, ends up delaying its cast by about 1 whole second. And that might not seem like much, but if you use the weapon a lot, which is Meng is one of those weapons that you do tend to use a lot, it can really start to add up on time, those 1 seconds over time. But it's mostly because of that one random gem spawn that can backfire on it. It is theoretically weaker when fully maxed than not fully maxed, oddly enough. Not only does it have about a second delay per cast, but it also has a backfiring mechanic, which is why I normally don't max it, or I've never maxed it, and keeping it deliberately not maxed for as long as we possibly can. It won't be too big a deal if you max it, or if we do eventually get it maxed, but it does play slightly differently when maxed, which is one of the main reasons why I haven't yet, in a bad way when I say differently. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Goodbye, everyone. Feel free to leave a like, helps out a lot. Catch you guys soon. Enjoy your weekend, and best of luck on the Vault event. Wrong weekend. Best of luck on the Faction Delve event. Goodbye, everyone.